Protected by the Black Widow. Protected by the Black Widow. Good juju. Bad juju. I speak loud on the mic. Knowledge to the people. I speak loud on the mic. Knowledge to the people. Where the fuck you been? Bomb little niggas again. We buck the trend. It's been a trend. Poor desert. Eagles again. Never say this line again. Never sipping Heineken. Black Panther riding again. Always on my mind to win. I'm where I supposed to been. Black Widow protect me. Feds lose again. Nigga, cheat the win. Dope fiend never win. I speak loud on the mic. Knowledge to the people. Protect the youngsters. We pull desert eagles. Never say this line again. Never sipping Heineken is where I win. Black Panther riding again. When niggas break wild, no slack. I'm cutting like an axe. Kick door can cut in the tracks. Good juju. Bad juju. Never been in the game but stay crewed up. We answer beepers, can't be tracked, computer hack. Protect the weaker, don't wear tattoos. But if I did, it'd be the reaper. Never say this line again, let truth be where we begin. Christians talking reckless, claiming we born in sin. Capping, let us begin. Pseudo killers to the rescue again. Never tripping, we teaching STEM forces, those tripping. Shoes again to the pseudos. It's always grim, we play to win. God killer again. Always time to defend. Bit the trend, King souls to the king. If I can't, chill and be Ken. Malcolm Finch, those niggas for the win. 10 talk, bitch walk. Advanced time enough for them youngins. Space age Africans. Anthony with the space. And yeah, jump, we smacking them.
Black African power. What's good? What's happening? A well-organized lie defeats a disorganized truth every time. Woo-hoo-wee. Man, y'all already know what it is, man. It's God killing the house. And I come to do what I got to do, and I'm going to do what I got to do. I'm standing tall. I'm standing strong. Hey, y'all know what it is, man. It's Bobby banging this bitch. Man. Boy, I tell you. Always something cracking. Boy, they had it cracking up there in Salt Netters last night. Had about 800 people in the goddamn building. Jabari versus the daggone Hebrew Israelites. And I got love in my heart for the brothers and sisters that profess their belief systems. I just put them all in the same daggone box and shake them up. Reach in, you got the same thing. Damn beliefs. And they always try to figure out a way to make it seem like it's not a religion. I'm not believing. It's this, it's that. And they was all back and forth. And they all believers at the end of the day. And I'm saying, I got love in my heart for African Americans. Some think they Egyptians. Some think they Hebrew Israelites. Some think they Native Americans. The Native American thing is super ridiculous because they ain't been around long enough to even know what the spiritual system is of the Native Americans. But give them a couple weeks, they do be running around with feathers and stuff on. Yeah. But give them a couple weeks and they're going to have a temple of the goddamn Native American something. They're going to mix some Egyptian stuff in with it, the copper tone, they're going to do all that. But last night, man, make sure you watch that full episode on Salt Netters, man. Wow. Boy, I got the chance to get up there. Sure did. Got a couple minutes in. Hebrews are wild. The Comedics are wild. They are all out of their mind. Then I found out that the Egyptians didn't believe in God. H-Bar, you gotta stop that, man. Who we got in the building, man? We only got 13,000 people. That ain't enough to get nothing started. I see you go. What it do? What it do? What it do? Man, Cedric, bro, you was the first one in the building. What it do? What it do? What it do, man? The network 93. What's up with you, man? What it do? What it do? What it do? Hero Consciousness is in the damn building. What it do? What it do? What it do? Brother Lau, assalamu alaikum. Peace be to you, brother. That's how we do it. You know what I'm saying? We really want to say salami and bacon. That's what we really want to say. That's Real Black Atheist. Mm-hmm. Man, look. Let's get right to it, man. It was fun. I swear it was, man. Hopefully we can do the Hebrew Israelites versus the atheists, so I can ban them all up. That's a different type of friction right there. Right? That's a different friction. Maybe you get up there, brother Lau. Yeah, I'm trying to tell you, that's going to be good. All right. Okay. We got it going. Mm-hmm. Oh, what tangled web they weave when at first they practice to deceive. Jabari got to stop this, man. I was trying to figure out why would Jabari act like the Egyptians didn't literally think, no, he trying to trick us. I got some intel from a little birdie. Really, this was going on. He has to say that the Egyptians didn't believe that the gods was real. Or he would say they did believe they was real, and then he's going to respond, but they wasn't literal. Now, why would he have to say that? He would have to say that, right? Because then he would have to admit, if he would say that the gods was literal, he would have to admit to the people in the shrine that they praying to a bunch of birds and a bunch of animals, and African Americans not going to do that because they too Christian at the very core of who they are to do that. So it has to say in new age fashion that it's the spiritual force, power, energies. But those statements are actually, quote unquote, Neo-Egyptian religion or New Age religion. So I get it, Jabari. You can't have us know that you think that the falcon is the falcon and you praying to a falcon, because we ain't gonna be able to separate that. So I get it, bro. So that's why I said it. Just don't believe that name. Hey, man, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, man. Y'all African Americans might not think that the Egyptians didn't believe, but I'm telling you they did. Nobody spends 25 years building up a daggone a pyramid, which represented the chambers for the afterlife for the daggone pharaoh, right? Nobody spends 25 years. You know how much money that took? Nobody does that for something they didn't believe. No more different than Christians in America actually believe that Jesus walked on water. Now, everybody don't believe that Jesus walked on water. Right? All Christians don't believe he walked on water, but they believe he was real. Because he died for their sins, literally. It's the only way you can be a Christian, right? So just like African Americans believe, right, in the age of science, in the Stone Age, in the Iron Age, in the Bronze Age, they really believed there was no nothing you can go look at and say, that's, I don't know. There's no questionability, nowhere to question that at. No other side, no theory of evolution yet, no field of biology yet, nothing. It's just you and nature. You and the damn Egyptians, yo. They believed that they was actually going to a damn afterlife where they would actually meet the damn God. Literally. So why can't Jabari just say that? Because he has constructed a shrine, which is really African American, that don't believe that. That's why he's saying that. And we would think him to be a nut if he was to tell us when he died that he's going to an afterlife and meet Osiris. We'd be like, what the hell? But he can say, we're going to die. We're going to meet the force, the energy. That's a little close. We African Americans, we ain't as crazy as y'all think we are. We'll go for the force. I'm going to return back to the energy and the force. We can take that, but we can't take. Let me see what we can't take. I don't think we can take it. I don't think we can actually take it. Let me see what I don't think we can take. I don't think we can take this. Let me see. And we type in Egyptian gods. Let's see. I don't think we can take this. Hold on. I figured it out. I had to figure it out. I figured out. Why is he fighting like that? Now I know. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, man. I don't think we can. We can't. I don't think we can take it. I don't think African Americans can take it. Trust me, bro. African Americans can't take it. Look closely at this. You as an African American, you're not going. Now you're gonna have a couple nuts that's going. You're gonna always have nuts around you, and them nuts would actually think. But yeah, you walk back all the way, right, and you will meet Osiris right here sitting on the throne. You got Haru right there, and Anubis. Yep, we ain't going. It's gonna be hard to get. It's gonna be hard. You got the gods Osiris, Anubis, and Haru at the tomb, the Valley of the Kings. Yeah, we ain't going. You can be hard to get African American, but you can get African American. Say it's really the powers, the force, the energies, and you can get us like that because we all with that. We with the power, the forces, and the energies. So you can get us on that. But Jabari know it, right? Because he's calculating with it, right? He already know we're gonna look at the weed and be like, oh, I don't know about that. I'm not sure. Yeah, see? So that's why he would fight that. Reggie got to take that debate, man. Where you at, Reggie? Take the damn debate. Beat Jabari up. Y'all always hating on Jabari. Ain't nobody hating on no damn Jabari. I don't hate on Jabari, man. I participate. I want my man to succeed in everything he do. I do not have a problem with the shrines and all that. It's just a belief system. Ain't no different than the damn church. That's what I get mad at. Don't act like it ain't the church. No, it's not. They believe in the force of the power. Whatever. Well, I gotta find that. He said we came and saw. Hey, Mika, we ain't even Wu Ja's out the game. He gonna come in here with some flim flam, bam, bam, boom. We don't even listen to him no more. He just out the game. They wasn't this, they wasn't that. I heard this wild argument. Right. Same thing with the fake made up language and all that. It's all scammery, flim flammery. Yeah, he comfortable, tucked away in his little land of meta nature. He ain't coming nowhere. He ain't coming back no more. Because he all think us to be too ignorant. What happened was, right, we stopped going for the foolery. Took the foolery pass away. We're not doing it. That's what happened. And the community grew in their literacy of understanding. And the more they talk, the more crazy they start sounding like Jabari and them. That's what actually happened. Yeah. Go get them. Go get them. Same way people believe in ghosts now, right? With science, the same way they believed in ghosts back then without no damn science. Let's get this thing cracking, man. Let's see where they all fall. Because they all fall down at the end of the damn day. For sure. All fall down. Here we go.
To admit that these were black people. The closer we get to Egypt, the closer we get to Babylon.
Cap.
That God's favorite people are black people. They would not want that information out.
Oh,
I want to say
man.
to you, I want to say to you that the idea.
Apostle was about to lose his mind. Yo, he's shaking and shit. God chosen black people is God's chosen people. Is that why they believe in the Bible? We knew it. We understand why they believe in the Bible, because the Bible tells them they God's chosen people. So you got to make yourself a Hebrew. That's the only damn reason any black person would be a damn Hebrew Israelite, because God said that we the God's chosen people. Let me tell y'all something. All y'all that's not tuned into the science, this is a point in history where the gods was the authority. Remember, when we really teaching and breaking it down, when you say God, just go ahead and say man. Not unless you think the sky's cracked and God dove out the heavens and came down and wrote the shit. That ain't what it is. Humans wrote that. And the only reason the Hebrews are God's chosen people is what? Because they wrote it and said it. Now that answer is very simple. And if you are scientifically literate, you know sometimes the best answer is the most simple answer. That is the only reason why the Hebrew Israelites are God's chosen people, because they scribes wrote it. People that say out their mouth that God told us it. God told us that. Let me say that correctly. Right. But the authority in my statements I just made is man. Let's go.
Hey, yo,
Yes,
Wait,
sir.
let me finish.
do you hear that silly shit, man?
Let me finish.
There you go. Let me get my little 3 minutes in.
All
I'm
that
gonna
other
say-
stupid shit.
Let me say this quickly and then we'll move. Okay.
God's favorite people is black people. All that
Listen. Come on now. No, don't fall apart. Let me respond to what he just asked me.
from grown ass men, grown ass men.
Can I ask it again?
If there is, wait, listen to me. If there is a singular force that put together all of the atoms, all of the entities, all of the animals, all the humans, all the stars, all the planets, everything before us, if there is a single entity that is so imbued with infinite power that it could do that, why in the world would it say one people is chosen? One people that we don't see before around 500 BCE.
What you said
Why
yourself.
in the world?
Why?
Wait a minute.
You're kind of long, though, brother. You're kind of long.
I'm not long. I haven't been speaking.
You're a teacher, so I know it's in you.
I have been speaking for less than 60 seconds and you're interrupting.
Yeah, brother.
What I'm saying to you is that I think the idea of a chosen people by one deity is ridiculous.
So let me ask you a question.
Ridiculous. And I also want to say to you very clearly that story is their story. They made it up so that they could elevate themselves amongst the people in the region.
But you said that the ideology, use those words, of one people as a chosen people is ridiculous. But also in the story, these are special people. These people are above all people on the earth. Of course, I'm just telling you what the book says. And then when I put 2 and 2 together to get 4, can you show me a people like our people anywhere on the planet Earth? Can you show me the Magic Johnson in China? Can you show me the Magic Johnson or the Michael Jordan in Japan? Can you show me the Jordan in anywhere on this planet, or anybody who has the same talent or spirit? Because you believe in spirit, because you said it earlier, of our people. I don't believe all people have the same spirit. Can you show me somebody?
Does that have to do with
Answer the question. Answer the question.
Hold on, man. Jabari, man. Come on.
He's a big boy. Let him answer the question.
Man, he sound like he like out there on the damn corner, yo. You know that like like when you first think you waking up, you know how you first think you waking up, yo, and you hear somebody say how special we are and all that, and they tricking you, getting you. You know them moments when you suffering from low self-esteem about who you are in the world, when you don't got the acumen or the literacy to recognize that that's a flim-flammery ass wild statement, but you think it's something powerful. This man is still saying that. Who amongst you believe that what he just said? That because we black and the color of our skin, that we the best athletes ever. Has he not heard of the damn Olympics? If what he was saying was true, then nobody white would ever win the Olympics. It'd be all black people. If that was true. Certain sports we do dominate in. But here's the trick. Why didn't he say we was the smartest people on earth? Why he had to go to the athleticism? You get that? The most ridiculous thing ever to say that, to trick us like that. He's not allowing our kids to run the gauntlet of different things they can do. Gauntlet, meaning we should have a variety of things, right, for our children that they can try to express themselves in, whether it be athletics, whether it be going to college, whether it be going to trade school, you know what I mean, becoming a scientist, a doctor, a lawyer, all types of things, anything but running around wilding out on each other. But if everybody is always saying sports, we the greatest sports, at a certain point, somebody got to say, well, damn, yo, who owning the damn teams? Where that money at? If a nigga making 350, if a nigga making 300 million, then the person that's paying him is making how much? Need to be able to get our minds into that. Why are we all geared to run around entertaining people? Because that's what sports is. It's entertainment, god damn it. Yeah, it's a select. We had the conversation about you ain't gonna pay the teacher the same amount of money as the athlete because we think being an athlete is something special because you're doing something that most people can't do. Bet not an issue. I heard that, but that's cat. All people don't put emphasis on sports. The emphasis first has to be on your mind. And this Hebrew Israelite jargon, the fake Egyptian jargon, is putting emphasis in places that don't even make no damn sense for us and our development as African Americans. And that's why I'm a goddamn going real black atheist, because I'm going to keep it real with you. Not playing with these guys. I'm sitting in an environment that everybody believe and arguing over each other's beliefs. Jabari, he gonna say, I don't think I'm an Egyptian. Then why you ain't promoting the African spirituality then? Western Central African style. Right, because wouldn't nobody join it? Because it's hard to become a practitioner of West African tradition, not unless you just straight out scamming. Well, I tell you, what is wrong with this thing right here? How they say, boy, I tell ya. Hold on 1 second.
Somebody who has the same talent.
All right. Let's keep it going.
Or spirit, because you believe in spirit, because you said it earlier, of all people. I don't believe all people have the same spirit. Can you show me somebody?
Does that have to do
Answer the question. Answer the question.
Hold on, man. Jabari, man. Come on.
He's a big boy.
Yo, but Carson said some of the most ignorant things I've ever heard humans beings say before out of his mouth. Go back in the archives. He was on our show talking the most like he's ignorant. Oh my goodness. Ignorant.
Let him answer the question. Let him answer the question.
Gosh, that's a foolhardy direction.
Yeah, man, I want y'all
Answer
to
the question.
That's foolhardy.
Hold on, man. I want y'all to see something, man. These are not little boys up here, y'all. These are grown-ass men with gray beards. Gray beards. Men with gray beards, man.
Yep.
These are not no little kids.
No.
But their mindset is like a little kid. This dude says, show me a Jordan in China. Are you telling me that there's nobody in China that can play basketball?
Name him.
Yao Ming, nigga.
I don't know him. I don't know.
The reason why is
Are you telling me that there's no athlete? Hold on, brother. You gonna tell me that there's no super athletes anywhere in Europe?
Name one.
Oh, come on, you got the Olympics, man. Come on, stop. Let me go, man. They killing me, man.
Hold on, Jabari. I gotta let other people in, man. This is getting crazy.
I guess basketball is a holy sport. I guess I don't.
Yeah. Go ahead. And then I got I
just need my 3 minutes, man. I just need my 3 minutes. We got a lot of brothers up here with a lot of diverse opinions. Everybody got their own belief system, arguing like y'all don't.
I like that. Hold up, I like that. Somebody threw in there Steve Nash. Yeah, what? Steve Nash.
Don't argue about basketball. What does that have to do with the chosen people? Come on.
No, I know that. But what was the name of my man? He had a nasty handle. He played with Chris Webber.
You're following a shiny object. What does basketball have to do with
white chocolate? White chocolate, man.
White chocolate. Yeah. I know you happy because your Knicks going to the championship. I'm
happy because I just found out.
Jump the line.
Hold on. I just found out that, God damn it, Mitchell Robinson broke his pinky. How the hell?
Y'all hear the pseudo whopping about how Unc jumped the line? Because I'm Unc, nigga. That's how I jumped the line. The fake Nuwabian supporting pedophilia. That guy talking. How Unc jumped the line. Cause I ain't gonna big up and support a person that's considered a serial molester. That's how I jumped the line. Crazy. Let me get back to it. He be all right. He gonna play. Don't worry about that.
Yeah.
That's a small thing. Let me go. Come on, man. Don't nobody cut me off. Everybody up here with diverse opinion. I think it's time for me to break this shenanigans up. And I'm gonna start with Dr. Ben. I need 3 minutes and everybody listening with your notepad. Now, this book was written in 1973 by Dr. Ben. He says it's called The Chronology of the Bible, right? Standard version. I wrote The Chronology of Human Evolution. Now watch this. He said, dedicated to truth, yet always mindful that all faith is false. All faith is true. Truth is the shattered mirror, screwed mirror of bits, while each believes his little bit as a whole his own. Now watch this. I'm going to finish with this. You can start that clock, Saul. It's 3 minutes. It's all we need for some very simple ideas moving forward. So we come right here. Now, listen to the metaphor. The shattered mirror of truth, exploring the nature of truth through Kasi of Hajj Abu al-Yadi. Now watch this. This comes from Dr. Ben. Now, Dr. Ben put this in the dedication. All right? It says, the shattered mirror of truth. This presentation explores, hold on, I want to make sure everybody can see it. All right, let me get it right so everybody can see this. This is important for the audience as y'all go through your transformation. It says, the shattered mirror of truth. This presentation explores the profound quote from the Qasdi of Hajj Abu al-Yadi, delving into its implication for understanding truth, belief, and different worldviews. All y'all brothers got different worldviews, right? Different truths and different belief systems. The original quote, dedicated to truth, yet always mindful that all faith is false. All faith is truth. Truth is the shattered mirror skewed in the mirrored bits while each believes his little bit whole to own. Understanding the core meaning here, fellas. No single religion or philosophy holds a monopoly on ultimate truth. Each tradition may contain a valuable part of the broader truth. Conflict arises when a particular understanding is mistaken for the absolute whole. We wrapping it up. The shattered mirror metaphor. Truth is depicted as a broken mirror, with each fragment representing a distinct belief system. Every group perceives a piece of reality, yet none possesses their entire unbroken reflection. scientific perspective, this is where I always try to push people because of the things I just read. Science recognizes that knowledge is inherently incomplete and subject to refinement. Scientific explanations and continually tested and revised against empirical evidence. The scientific method seeks to progressively better approximations of truth, not absolute finalities. Summary, embracing humility and critical thought. The quote encourages humility in acknowledging the limits of our understanding. It promotes critical thinking and open mind towards diverse perspectives. Y'all got to learn how to get along and understand what everybody's saying. It says, our individual truths are fragments of a larger, more complex reality. Right? And we just finish it off right here, and we out of here. I just want y'all to get this, right? I'll just simply come to page, hold on. Let me get this right here real quick for y'all. All right, now I'm going to come here to the, right here. All right, the National Science Education Standard. This is the National Academies, right? Chapter 2, I'm going to come to page 22. And I want y'all to pay close attention. Scientific literacy. Scientific literacy is the knowledge of understanding of scientific concepts and possesses required for personal decision making. Let me say it again. Scientific concepts and processes required for personal decision making. Don't we need to make better personal decisions? It says participation in civic and culture affairs. All of y'all understand what y'all civic duty is supposed to be. Some do it through the Hebrew faith, some do it through the Christian faith, some do it through criminology, right? And cultural affairs. Don't we supposed to be motivated as black men dealing with cultural affairs? And watch this. This is the big piece. And economic productivity. How many of y'all knew that that's all I was trying to bring y'all? Was productivity. Guess what I'm doing, y'all? I'm smoking on pseudos.
All right.
Smoking those pseudo all day long. Smoking those pseudo all day long. It's hot, the fire lit. Hold back, jump in the beat line.
Are we moving? Let me know where I can go. Are we moving, please?
Music all day long. The bad music all day long.
We're gonna listen to the music now, Sonetta?
All right, come on. All right, let's go, Ashe. Hey,
No, I just smoked them and I'm out. I appreciate everybody, man. Make sure you support the panel, man. Ain't nothing but love. I hope y'all got that message, man.
All right. Hey, before you go, Ashe, my man got me stuck on the NBA now. I'm gonna just say Larry Bird, Jerry West. What's the Chinese boy? Jabari?
Following the shiny
In Africans.
Let me ask you a question.
Why do you always focus on athletics, though, bro? Why is that the standard?
Can I ask them a question?
Yeah, but I want to know why you focus on athletics.
I'll respond to that after I ask him a question. Just let me
It's
ask
the most ridiculous Hebrew thing I've heard in my life. I've been very quiet, though, bro. You came up here, and the only thing you can focus on is black people bouncing a damn ball or throwing a football while you read the wild Bible. It's your fault, bro.
Let me ask him a question now.
A question about Bible.
Let me ask you.
One black man out of a couple million.
You messed up the show. I don't want to talk over you, man. Let me ask him a question. If you don't like, I'll answer your question after. Don't you have to be rude?
Go get
What you're saying is true. In this country, let's use this country as a model. Name me one people that's hated on a higher level than black people in this country. They call America the melting pot. Name me another nationality that's hated more than our people in this country.
All right. Name it. No, hold on. I'm going to name it.
Why are we
Man, come on, yo. You poor people. That's definitely an underclass poor people, yo. Because at a certain point, no matter what color you is when you poor and bad credit. You literally get mistreated based off not having no damn money. Based off having a credit score below the average. You pay triple for everything. Remember I always say it's about food, clothing, and shelter and protection and that? Think about what I'm saying. If it was about food, clothing, and shelter and protection of that, as an African American, you can buy a gun and protect yourself. You can pay for a lawyer to help you through situation, right? Depending on how much money you got. You can build a university, right, and just have all black people come. You can't say it, but you can build a university and do that if you so choose. You can build charity schools, right? You can do that if you got the economics, right? But when you poor, man, if you buy a car, they put a daggone device on the daggone car. They can turn it off when you late on your payment. The bait car, right? You getting wild financing, taking advantage of. You got to rent a TV, rent a and pay triple, rent a couch. Right? You live in neighborhoods where you got food markets called Kroger, and if you're in the white community or affluent community, Kroger is much better. If you're in the hood, the Kroger is trash. The same food market. Same name. Depending on where it's at, you get different selects cut of meat. I ain't making this up. That's who get treated the worst for real is people with bad credit scores, people with no money, people that can't afford to advocate for themselves. Marginalized communities is the most hated in America. Why? Capitalism feeds off of your ignorance. Capitalism make triple dipple money off of the people that ain't got no damn money. That's what's really good. You can't stop black people. You can talk that talk, act like it. We just form together and do what we need to do. Whether it's need to get our civil rights, whether we need to band together and stop this and stop that, whether we need to get out there and march, whatever the hell it is, yo, you just can't stop black people. But you can stop people when they poor. No medical insurance. It just so happens in the black community, it's at higher rates. Well, we not as high as the Native Americans in the Mexican community, but we right there. Who died from COVID the most? It was the ignorance. Marginalized communities. Anyway, yeah, that march, running around marching and on the corner talking about the black people don't got that. What is that on? What the hell is that on? Apostle hand. Is that we got a spike growing out his hand? Can we focus on that? What is that? What you got in your hand? What is that? Huh? You need to get that off, saith the Lord. Let's keep going. Because we go have to get it in with
when I name it, I'm gonna tell you why. Black people. You know why? So-called black people. You know why, because there's so many of our silly asses hate each other. So we go right into that number that you're talking about. Black people hate black people, brother.
Didn't answer the question, y'all.
I did answer the question.
No, I said another nationality that is America's not named the melting pot. Many different ethnic groups. Let me ask crap. Other than Apple.
Period. Because it's not a people. Yo, you made that up.
On the panel. The science.
Can we close the basis of the conversation?
The whole point was a singularity emanation that manifested in many ways. So the highest people in understanding it, I hear all the other people that don't really understand it trying to say it's polio. It's like they're trying to shoot jabs at it. Like, oh no, they believe in this, that, and no. It's the most beautiful and sublime understanding, like higher calculus when you understand it. But to those that only do addition and subtraction, it's like Babel.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I know it's hard for you to deal with this, Jabari, but I just wanted to put that out there. Y'all go ahead, man.
Yeah, I think that the challenge is that we have been looking at our spiritual traditions for several hundred years now through European lenses. And the challenge is that no matter what I tell folks, there's a block. But when I start speaking, they start doing this. I haven't even made an argument. They're doing this. All
Yep.
I'm saying is that in these ancient African traditions, they were not arguing for a literal deity, someone that actually is a guy with a green face with a white crown on. That deity. Some African traditions, they were not arguing for a literal deity, someone that actually is a guy with a green face with a white crown on. That wasn't the argument there. But that doesn't mean, see, when I say that, it almost sounds to them like I'm saying that we're in a situation where I'm saying that the divine forces are false. That's the reason why they keep using the word real, even though for years now I have said, please stop using the word real. I am talking about energy in the universe. That's what your African ancestors were trying to describe.
Why would he do that?
And I'm going to say to you, Ankh, whether you agree with them or not.
Why would he do that?
And I'm going to say to you, Ankh, whether you agree with them or not, I happen to agree with them. Whether you agree with them or not, I'm talking about what they were saying historically. I'm not talking about whether you follow them or worship them. I'm saying that they were talking about something that is not literal and physical. That is what I'm talking about, something that is not literal and physical. That is what I'm arguing.
So, Jabari, what chip did they have in their head, though? Hey, Jabari, but what chip? And this is the issue. You got Hebrews up here, Christians, right? And you sit here, right? And you try to act like that on the Nile, you don't even care about West Africa. On the Nile Valley, which ain't even our tradition, no way, shape, or form, right? Which is wild, right? On the Nile Valley, they had some kind of special chip in their head that stopped them from believing like any other religion. It's a bunch of malarkey at the end of the day. Human beings believe. They have variations of belief, and they believe in different ways, in different manners. They deify water. Some deify the unseen, the seen and force. Kemet had a myriad of belief systems. You had temple system beliefs. You had on the outskirts. You had people who lived in the bush belief systems. It's all in the game, man. So I'm never saying that you had plenty of people that thought the deities was real. So real, they spent 25 years building for an afterlife based off of deity. Their whole tradition was Mayat. It was a deified tradition. They wore African masks, juju, voodoo masks. So it's time for us to just knock it off, yo. You can't act like that a belief ain't a belief when a belief is a belief. Hold on, let me finish. I'm simply saying I cannot sit on this panel with a whole bunch of believers and then move one to the side and like y'all not believing. It's wild, bro. That's all I'm saying. And you're right there, bro.
I don't know if you were here for the beginning of the conversation.
I heard that part.
But I want to wait a minute. So what I'm trying to say, I am not saying that the Kemetic people have a special chip in their head. In fact, if you had heard the entire conversation, you would have heard me say, even when you go to the African continent today and you see people praying to traditional deities, they don't actually argue that they are literally tangible individuals. That's what I'm saying. I'm not just talking about Kemet. And the fact that you say like every other religion, I honestly believe, Ankh, that the reason why you're making that argument is because as African Americans, we are very familiar with Christianity, moderately familiar with Islam, moderately familiar with the Jewish tradition. But I want to be clear that those are all one tradition. The world did not exist like that before the 3rd or 4th century of the Common Era, when there were a group of powerful white men that wanted to make their story literal so that they could say, everyone else is talking all this stuff. Ours is different because ours is literal. That didn't happen before that.
Cat. They sure as hell didn't know what the hell energy was, but yet you say it. Point blank, human beings in sad societies have different beliefs on the same deities. Case in point, something you can relate to. Some of y'all believe that Jesus Christ is literally real. Some of you believe that it's a metaphor. Preacher will tell you he was real and actually walked on water. Some of you believe he was real, but yet the water aspect was some type of teaching tool. What the hell is going on? Now you're going all the way back 2,000-3,000 years where people were super spookies. The Egyptians is the most spooked out nation on planet Earth. Thousands of gods and deities. You trying to convince us that they didn't believe? That the reason we say they literal is because white people had to come in and try to make it sound like their religion was really real and was literal, and the African religion, it wasn't like that's flimflammery talk at high levels, faking y'all out. Let me tell y'all something, man. I don't care if Wu Jia or Saw, any of them niggas running people with the crazy shit, they cannot get out of the way that Homo sapiens have developed a believing brain in the damn Stone Age. There's no other way to look at it, and we have varying beliefs. Some humans think that gods are literal. Some humans think they're metaphors. Some humans think they spirits and ghosts and all that. It's still a belief system. No more better than any belief system. The only reason you think it's better because you got a shrine dedicated to the foolery, where you pour water out on the concrete. Now you're trying to convince us that the Egyptian society in the old kingdom spent 20 to 30 years, spent most of their damn resources, or a lot of them, on an idea that they didn't actually think was literal. So you trying to tell me they didn't actually think they was going to the afterlife and meet Osiris? Man, y'all capping. Y'all capping. But I get it though. I get it. African Americans, it's going to be hard to convince a bunch of African Americans, right, that they actually going to meet a Saw. Or worshiping a bird, Haru. Or Kaloum on the potter's wheel. Like, come on, man. I don't understand the fight on that. Right. Jabari can't say it, because if he say it, then we say, Jabari, you're a nut. You really think, yo, that Haru and them was real? Yeah, like we'll laugh at him. So he got to transform it to a new age way of saying it. He's practicing new age neo-Egyptianism. Madam Borowski, I've been saying it for years. If he was reconstructing for real the Egyptian religion, then by chance he'd be doing some type of ritual, some type of sacrifices. Why do they always pick the non-sacrificing part of the Egyptian religion? You know why? Because African Americans don't want to cut nothing. We don't mind the Savior dying for our sins and being sacrificed on the damn cross, but Lord knows, don't sacrifice no animals. Don't you do it. Don't you sacrifice no bulls. Same with the Hebrew Israelites. They always find a way around the sacrifice, because last time I checked, Moses sacrificed an ox, cut his throat, and filled the basin with blood and threw it on everybody. African Americans ain't going for that. We think that to be barbaric. So Jabari ain't really going to do the thing, because then it would force him into a space that he's not comfortable with. So no, we not comfortable as African Americans praying to no daggone birds, praying to no bulls and mooses and all that. Come on, man. No,
I'm not saying, wait a minute. I'm not saying that the Kemetic tradition is unique and special and that Christianity is busted. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that literalism that has existed is something that we can trace exactly when it actually came into our thinking.
Jabari, you don't got to throw white people in this conversation. There weren't any white people around when our ancient ancestors in North, West and Central Africa created their traditions. My emphasis was on belief. Human beings evolved to believe. So what I'm saying to you is, without adding white people and faking everybody out with the throw off, I am telling you that it was plenty of people in our valley that took that stuff literal, so literal that they built pyramids. Nobody spends 25 years, right, on a belief system that they don't think to be real. It's a ridiculous thing, yo. They spent the royal treasury for 25 years, manpower. These people built this at a level you would not believe, bro. And they all, hold on, like you told me, and they did it all for my yacht. They did it for their pharaoh who was God on earth. They did it for their belief system, bro. So I'm saying is, we not in their head. You seem to think you are in their head. What I am telling you, yo, you don't know who believed or how they believe. Just understand is, yo, our ancestors were very, quote unquote, susceptible to beliefs just like everybody else. That's all I'm saying, bro. That's all.
But Ankh, you're arguing something that I'm not arguing. You're arguing with me about something I'm talking to you about baseball, and you talking about soccer.
What the hell is going on? Why did that man keep doing that? That's the thing that's frustrating, yo. He has a championship level way of acting like we ain't talking about what we talking about. And he does it at a championship level. Real smooth, real cool. And that's the part that get me out of character right there, yo. Bro, pseudo shuffle. You got it right, Preem. You mean to tell me that I was talking about baseball and he was talking about football, yo? You mean to tell me we wasn't even talking about the same thing? You mean to tell me for this last 5 minutes, me and Jabari was talking about two separate goddamn things? Really? See? I'm yelling and screaming. Am I yelling? I'm yelling. Man, let me see. Maybe I just lost my damn mind or something. Let me see.
I'm not questioning whether Africans had belief.
No. You're not questioning whether Africans had belief, but you questioning whether Africans believed it, that they was real. It's flammery. You know what it is, yo? Let me tell you what it is. It's a damn pseudo alert. The hell is going on in this conversation now? Now all of a sudden you're not talking about the gods being literal, but you say they believed in God, but they didn't believe in it, but they believed in it, and it wasn't literal, but it was literal to them, and they thought it was real, and what it wasn't literal was that. What the hell is going on here? Yo, this English language, yo, is white.
Wait a minute.
Why fake the conversation?
I'm not arguing about whether Africans are less susceptible to belief. That's not even part of the conversation. You're bringing that atheist stuff into this. I'm talking about this from a historical perspective.
Hold on. Let me rewind it. I got y'all. Hold on. Let me go back on it. Let me rewind it. That's how we do it. Hold on. Yo, our ancestors were very, quote unquote, susceptible to understanding. For my yacht, they did it for their pharaoh who was God on earth. They did it for their belief system, bro. So I'm saying is, we not in their head. You seem to think you are in their head. What I am telling you, yo, you don't know who believed or how they believe. Just understand is, yo, our ancestors were very, quote unquote, susceptible to beliefs just like everybody else. That's all I'm saying, bro.
But Ankh, you're arguing something that I'm not arguing. You're arguing with me about something I'm talking to you about baseball, and you talking about soccer. I'm not questioning whether Africans had belief.
No.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Why fake the conversation?
I'm not arguing about whether Africans are less susceptible to belief. That's not even part of the conversation. You're bringing that atheist stuff into this. I'm talking about this from a historical perspective. What were they? I'm talking about this from a historical, bringing that atheist to belief. That's not even part of the conversation. You're bringing that atheist stuff into this.
No, I'm bringing an evolutionary process into the damn conversation. I'm saying that African Americans, human beings, Homo sapiens sapiens, developed a believing God daggone brain in the damn Stone Age based off of the evolutionary processes. Those that believe survived at a higher level than those that did not. Those that was walking down a trail and seen the leaf blow or move, those that jumped and didn't ask the question, well, what's that, survive longer than those that say, I'm not paying no attention, I'm gonna keep doing. Because the rattling of leaves could have been a snake, could have been a poison animal that could potentially kill them. The high grass moves on the savannah. You jump, you move, you run. You don't stand there and question it. It could have just been the wind. But what if it's a predator? That's what the hell I'm talking about. That's not atheist stuff. That's that science shit. See the game he playing? He's supposed to be super intelligent, and he don't know that I'm talking about how all humans believe. And the Egyptians did not have a chip in their damn brain that stopped them from believing like all other humans did. That's the running conscious community fake out. Hey, you know, the Egyptians didn't really believe. They believed in force energies. Man, shut the hell up. Come on, man. Flim-flamming. You're a professor. You're supposed to know this. At that point, just say it's my personal opinion that they thought it was such and such, such and such, such, such. So I built the shrine around my personal opinion, and then I'm going to laugh at you and keep it moving. But to try to make me look silly, I'm bringing in atheist stuff. That's called that thinking stuff. You know what I mean? It's called that scientific thing. See how science always just kill them? Man, bro, let's go.
I'm talking about this from a historical perspective. What were they thinking? And I'm saying if you read the text and you look at it, you will understand that spirituality occurred in a different manner before the 3rd and 4th century. And by the way, you can spend a lot of money on something and not believe it to be tangible. They spent a whole lot of money on a gigantic statue of a woman in a toga with a torch between New York and New Jersey. That was a very expensive endeavor. It's gigantic. No one believes that she is a literal person. I'm saying to you that we can, if you study Christianity and the development of Christianity, you will see when literalism came into Christianity. That is what I'm saying. And Christianity and its subsidiary religion, Islam, and by a bit of an extension, Judaism, have become the dominant traditions on the planet. And so that's the reason why we have these positions now. That is what I'm.
You can see where literalism went in. Are the natures real, but not literal? What's wrong with that title? Jabari, you're claiming, watch this. Watch how wild this is. Now, they're not going to go with this debate topic because Jabari crying. I say he running. But if the title is, are the natures real, but not literal, then why would Jabari have a problem with that when he claims to know when literalism actually came in? So he can simply say, yes, there's a point where literalism actually came into Christianity, or there's a point when white people applied literalism to the Egyptians. So you wouldn't be mad at this title at all, because it would fit your daggone thing you saying out your mouth. I'm going to say it again. This is the title Reggie came up with. Are the natures real? Right? Reggie say they are. Jabari say they not. Right? Goes on to say, but not literal. Jabari claims that Christianity wasn't literal at first, because you can see when it came in. So he's going to argue that, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't literal. See that? I'm going to say this again so y'all can get it. And I'm going to use Christianity as an example. This applied to the Egyptian religion. The title would be, are the natures real, but not literal? Right? Jabari says that very thing. He say, but they're not literal. And the reason he says, but they're not literal, because he gives an example of when Christianity wasn't literal, quote unquote. So he says, but Europeans, you can tell when Christianity became literal. So his position would be not literal. The same with the Egyptians. He claims that white people applied, when they were trying to make their religion literal, applied it to the ancient Kemetic religion. So he's always saying that the daggone Kemetic religion is not literal. Why would he care about that title? Let me keep going. This is crazy to me, bro. Maybe I'm just tripping. Maybe I'm tripping. You know what? I'm probably
arguing.
I'm simply saying that this conscious community, New Age spirituality, that's not indigenous African spirituality. Indigenous African spirituality encompass everything. Some parts of it was literal, some parts of it wasn't. Different groups believed in different ways. And I'm saying you should know that. You should not throw the audience off by continuing to say that I'm playing basketball, you playing football. No, I'm speaking to the reality of that African people run the myriad of beliefs. Some people in the same religion thought things were literal, and some people thought they were. Most people in the Nile Valley were not literate, bro. So we can't do that. People, just like right now today, people actually think it's ghosts. People actually thought it was ghosts then. They had it called it something else. So I don't even know why you're doing this, Jabari. Your thing is no more special than everybody else's thing. You know what it is? It's a broken mirror. And everybody think they got their proof. Just because you put the word African on it don't make it more spiritual or less. Let me finish. Doesn't make it more or less. Now, if you want to be real technical, thinking you a daggone Nile Valley African spirituality is just as wild as thinking you're a Hebrew. Yo, both groups are wild. Both groups are actually African Americans come from West and Central Africa. Both thinking they from Northeast Africa somewhere. To me, as an atheist, I think that to be wild. And then to argue over, I think it's literal, it's not. It's the most wildest thing I've heard of in years. And guess how long y'all been doing it? Y'all been doing it for the last 20 years I was here, fighting each other and all in the same. Take y'all butt back to West and Central Africa. You already got the name Jabari. I'm not picking sides in this. It's not that I'm an atheist that I can see it. I can see it because I live in the realm of reality, bro. I'm going to end it right there.
Now, let me say to you, you are entitled to your position.
Right, thank you, brother.
I disagree with it vehemently, but I know your position. I disagree with it vehemently. You're entitled to that position.
No problem.
When you came on the channel, everyone knew what you were going to say. That's fine.
What did I say?
We're having another discussion here.
What?
We're having another discussion here.
Why you keep saying
all
that?
I will say to you is, you think that anyone in a spiritual tradition is bugged out. All I can say to you is, I have not forsaken West Africa. I'm the guy. All I can say to you is, I have spiritual tradition.
Why you keep saying
all
that?
I will say to you is, you think that anyone in a spiritual tradition is bugged out. All I can say to you is, you think that anyone in a spiritual tradition is bugged out. All I can say to you is, I have not forsaken West Africa.
I think he got me there. I do be thinking they're a little bugged out, yo. When you be praying to something with an animal head on it and thinking it's not and mismatching something from so far away that the experts can't even really reconstruct the damn whole thing where you could make a serious attempt at a serious But I got compassion for those that believe. And I only think you bugged out when you stand up there fighting against me about whether the damn religion promotes belief. Literal or not literal. That's when I think you bugged out. Because I understand the evolutionary process that all humans believe. Right now, if you're an atheist, if you agnostic, or whatever you is, you still have beliefs. It might not be around deity or gods or spiritual principles, but you still believe. Fundamentally, Homo sapiens sapiens believe. We just pick and choose what we're going to believe in and what we not. You're still going to make the mistake in calling a shadow a human, but you will never make the mistake in calling a human a damn shadow right now today. So to act like that didn't occur in the Stone Age, Iron Age, Copper Age is the most ridiculous thing to me. So yes, when you stand up there and fight me on Saw TV, all of them, I think you bugged out. I'm going to open it up.
I'm the guy on the panel that spends a bunch of time there. I'm the guy on the panel that is a chief in Ghana. I'm the guy that's building a house in Ghana. I'm the one that actually interacts with people in West Africa every day. That's who I am. My spiritual tradition is from ancient Kemet.
Did he say he was a damn chief? Am I tripping? That man ain't say he was no damn chief. Man, let me go back. Y'all playing with me in the audience today. That man did not say he was a chief. A chief for what? Nah, I need my saying that kind of chief. But let me see. He ain't say that. I'm tripping.
I'm the one that actually interacts with people in West Africa every day. That's who I am. My spiritual tradition is from ancient Kemet. Hey, the panel that bugged out. All I can say to you think that anyone in a spiritual tradition is bugged out. All I can say to you is, I have not forsaken West Africa. I'm the guy on the panel that spends a bunch of time there. I'm the guy on the panel that is a chief in Ghana. I'm the guy that's building a house in Ghana. I'm the one that is a chief in Ghana. I'm the guy that's building a time there. I'm the guy on the panel that is a chief in Ghana. I'm the guy that's building a house in Ghana. I'm the one that actually interacts with people in West Africa every day. That's who I am. My spiritual tradition is from ancient Kemet. That's it. So the rest of you that have nothing but bus passes, step off.
Oh, you can't.
Well, I'm born in.
Let me get this straight. He's a West African chief practicing white boy Kemeticism. Damn interesting. Me say it real slow. Part of being a Western Central African chief is being grounded in the custom and traditions of the particular place you came to be a chief of. Let me go to the super chats, man. Chuck Morgan, man, make sure y'all like and subscribe to his channel, man. Got some presentations coming up, man. He says, I'm almost done with those 2 PowerPoint presentations. Let's go, baby. Big up to the super chat, man. That's how you support us around here, man. Appreciate that shit, man. That shit means something. Y'all playing. Let's go to another one. Here's another one. Appreciate that damn super chat right there. That means something, man. See, that's love right there. Man, y'all hit the damn super chats, man. Show some love, yo. All that means something, yo. Trust me, it do. Man, if you're enjoying the content, man, if you've been enjoying what we've been saying for years, if you locked in, right, to reality, man, support. You got to fuck with you. Support the channel, man. If you got some questions, man, do it through the super chat. That's how we do it around here, yo. We can do it no other way, yo. You got to support the thing to support you. Simple as that. Let me get ready to drop the link, man. Big up to Sirius B and his peace. Highly intelligent guy right there. Pseudo killer. Yeah, all day, every day. Let me drop this link, man. I tell you, man, boy. Mika Crazy, support with the thumb up, the button. Unc does not support me. I support all your opinions until you say something crazy, Mika. If you say something crazy, I support everybody till they say something crazy. I do, right? And you don't got... Nigga say lies. Cap. You supposed to say cap. It's funny, yo, when a youngin say cap, my son hit me with cap. I was like, nigga, when I was going, you couldn't say you was lying. I didn't say it. I said cap. It mean the same thing. The cap is slick, though. The cap make you think about, did I say something wrong? And cap is wild. You ever think about it? When you was growing up, you could not look your mother father in the face and say, you're lying. See, that's what we at in the world now. When your 18-year-old son just turned 18, right? When he was 16 and 15, he could look you in the face and you'll say something. Yeah, you know, when I was growing up, I was such, I walked 30 miles to school. He said, cap. You be like, and you in the word cap, you be like, was it 30? Maybe it was just 10 or 5. Now, when you say you're lying, it puts you in a state of rage. You can't even think about if what you were saying was totally accurate or not. So that cap is a hell of an invention by these young individuals that make you say, well, did I over? Because when they say cap, they don't necessarily mean you lying. They saying that you putting too much on it, for sure. And they don't believe they might hear you walk to school every day, but they don't think it was 30 miles. They think it might have been more like 2, and it just felt like 30 miles. That's what they mean when they say cap. Trip. Too much on it, and it could mean you're lying, but the cap is a nice soft landing spot. Now your kids can look in your face and say you lying, but use the word cap. And it got a lower variant definition to it. All right, let's go to the super chats, man. Let's go to the super chats. Man, appreciate you, Sabio. That's love right there, yo. See that love right there? Love, yo. Sabio be supporting all the time, yo. Regular. Support. Support with his voice. Support with his commitment to the channels. Support with, everywhere I go here around, yo. He support with his knowledge, information. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yup. Appreciate that, man. Yeah. Big up to you, bro. Love right there, yo. Did I drop the link? Let me drop the link so we won't get on here, y'all. Gotta get this money. Let's go. Take the cash app break real quick. Let's hit the break. All right. We rolling.
Yeah. Look. Hey, cash app. Baltimore. Yeah. Cash app, don't let it run you. Money fill the gas, but it never feel honey. Cash app, dreams get so fast. If you don't own your time, you just rent your past. Cash app, screens full of flex. Real life hit hard when the rent come next. Cash app, tool not God. Use it, don't lose it, keep your head on top. Lend a mill, lend a bill, lend a pay me now. Everybody yell, get it like a sacred house. Timeline full of blessed, but the stress still lurks. Same folks posting gas, still drowning in hurt. Explosions of cash in the camera flash, but the lights cut off when you can't make it last. This ain't a trick, but it move like a spell. Type in the amount for that dopamine swell. Quick tap, quick send, quick high, quick drop. Then you back in the cold when the real don't stop. I done seen love turn transactional quick. Send some in the DM like that's all it is. Cash app, don't let it run you. Cat, don't let it run you. Cash app, don't let it run you. Don't. Hard work, yeah, I respect that. But rest ain't weakness, I protect that. Cause money earn me nothing if your soul get thin. If you're always up next, tell me eat when you win. They sellin' hustle like it's peace in the pack. But peace don't come from a green little stack. So send when you can, look out for your kin. But don't let the app decide how you feel within. Set them rules, don't be ruled by the buzz. Real love is a call, not a what's up, cuz. Cash app.
Man, Cash App, man. Show some love, man. We got King Sosa, man. Sosa the King. Serial Killer Official. What's good, bro? What it do?
What's good, man? Peace out, everybody listening, man.
Yeah, man. Having some fun today. You know how we do, man. What's on your mind there, man?
All right, yeah. So I'm seeing people, some people in the chat confused as to what he's saying about, right? About, cause he had his debate with Rob on,
right?
And I saw when he had a Rob on, right? People thought that he was flipping him and Rob on was killing him, but he didn't really understand. So here's what he's saying. Noah's Ark crashed on Mount Ararat, right? And they believe it's somewhere in Mount Sinai, and they go look for the boat, right? So when Heru fought Set, where in Egypt or where in Asia, or the place that they knew about, where did they think that war took place at? Aswan, Cairo.
I'm not sure. It might have been. It might have thought it was a war in heaven. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sure.
What were you talking
That's the
about?
point. That's the point. He's
Okay.
saying that
Hmm?
that they at a particular time, right?
Hmm?
And I'm not even gotten to even going that far with it. I'm just understanding the argument that one took it as literal.
Mhm.
It happened here. We can go look for it.
Mhm.
One took it as real, but not literal, like because it's real in terms of like it's something you can get from it. They didn't actually think it happened here, where they can go look for it or anything like that. He's arguing that they didn't see it as a literal story that happened here on Earth or someplace they can just go and see where it was at and find, wreckage or anything like that. That's his argument, and he's saying
Okay.
that type of thinking didn't occur till a particular time.
Okay.
So
And
that's
I
why
call
he's saying it's not literal.
cap on that because nobody during the time of supposedly Noah Ark was going to look for the damn boat. That's a later archaeological thing to do. The people during that time, they don't do that. So I don't know how you could determine that, right? Second point, they actually thought that the afterlife was a real, literal place where they could meet the deities. They actually thought that. They believe that in their heart, right? And I'm saying it's varying degrees. So no, they wouldn't look for an archaeological site because that's not what humans do. Now that's something we do now. We look for we try to verify it through archaeology. Right? Back then
Yeah,
they weren't trying to verify nothing through archaeology. And then you know what I'm saying? We can
but let's
ask.
go back. But let's go back though. They thought that the flood happened here on Earth.
Yes, they did.
They may not have went looking for it, but it happened
On
here
Earth. That's right.
on Earth. You know what
Yep.
I'm saying? I might not know where at on Earth, but somewhere around here. You know what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you
So
you
and
so you actually agree with Jabari then basically on what he's saying.
it's not a matter of whether I agree or not. I'm just trying to understand his point, what he's saying. So if he can
Right.
argue against it, just
Yeah, I get his point.
understand what he's saying.
Correct. I get his point.
Like I
I'm
said,
saying
I
that's
haven't really looked that deep into the
okay.
literalism of ancient Egypt.
Got it. So you don't think they thought it was literal. You so some kind of way they skipped the literal thing. Because
I'm saying, like, from Robin's argument, he was arguing that the heads and stuff weren't actual literal representations of deities. He was saying, like, that's why he kept saying, you think that they thought there was a man walking around with a dog head. He was saying, no, it's not literal, it's symbolic. The dog head means something in particular. And these are symbolic representations of whatever of an aspect of something, whether it's
okay.
truth or whatever the hell it is, versus Noah, who was an actual real person that lived and gave birth to different types of human beings on planet Earth. That was his argument.
Let's stop right there because that's where the pseudo come in.
Yeah. Yeah.
Noah is definitely an eponymous ancestor at best. He's not he wasn't a real person.
No, we know. So, no, listen, I'm not. Who was this, King J?
Yeah, that's King
Who was
J.
talking to?
That's
Bro,
King.
okay. I don't believe none of it. I don't know if I don't believe none of that. Right. So
Oh
what
yeah,
I'm saying is that
you're on the same page for sure.
yeah. So we're taking it from the view of the people. It's not about what I think. It's about
Okay.
the view of those individuals. Noah was an actual real person. Abraham is an actual real person. We look back and we call him eponymous ancestors because we know what it is. They took it as an actual literal, and they got the whole bloodline, the whole goddamn genealogy that traces them back to that person.
Mm-hmm.
So he's arguing that's with different context. Now he's saying that didn't come to a particular time period. I ain't really studied to see the
So
literalism argument. So
let me
I'm not
say
gonna go
this.
that far.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna stand on this. I'm gonna let you go, King J. I'm gonna simply say that the ancient Egyptians believed the gods was real, literate, and divine beings. All right.
Yeah, that's where you start your argument from. Then you lay down your argument versus, okay,
Mhm.
here's why I think they were divine and literal when they think that it actually happened here, and then you make your argument from that point.
So you think he's saying like in a human way, like I
Yeah,
don't think they thought
literal, tangible,
like a human.
tangible. Yeah,
So
like
he-
that. You tangible. You can go touch them. You can go there.
so they believed you could. The Egyptians believed that the gods could hear their prayers, could receive offerings, right? Could protect them or punish them, right? Or
Spiritually,
control the afterlife
spiritually,
and do all that, right? They hold on.
spiritually.
I thought they believed that they could appear in many forms, human-like, animal-like, mixed human forms, right? I thought they believed that based off what I was reading, that they actually thought the humans could compare. Matter of fact, they believed that the Pharaoh himself was God.
A
There you go.
representation. Yeah,
Oh
representation
no, they
of
thought it was God on earth. Literally thought that man was God on earth, yo. Yep. Not just a
So
regular
then, who was?
God on
So
earth.
when he came there, who was Osiris? Or was he
Osiris.
the living embodiment of Osiris?
Nah,
Because you can't just
never
when
think.
he's God, who's God? When he's God, who's the other gods die?
Because they got many gods. Remember, Egyptians got many gods.
Yeah, but so that when the Pharaoh died, that he would go into the pantheon as to be another one of the gods.
He did. He went and became a star, something crazy like that.
Yeah, but he never usurped Osiris.
Because that's not their religion. I don't think their religion actually do that. You get it?
So
But
you
they
have to, that's what I'm saying. You got to lay that argument out. You know what I mean?
so he wouldn't have to usurp anything. They still believed him to be a god, though.
Yeah, I thought they believed. From my understanding, like I said, I gotta go back over again. I thought they believed him to be a living embodiment of God, like a representation of God on earth, like a living embodiment of the god Osiris. I had something somewhere in the Osiris raw range. I ain't that. I gotta go look that up again. You know what I mean?
So is that kind of like a trick, though? Ain't it kind of tricky trick? You get it? Because that ain't really an argument whether they thought it was a literal person or not.
That's what they're arguing, though. I mean, it ain't nothing to me, but that's what they're arguing. I mean, remember Tahuti thought that they were real beings that actually came. You know what I mean?
So you don't think, but they did think they was beings, though. You get it?
No, Tahuti thought they were real people that came down looking like they did, and they were actually built the pyramid types. You know what I mean? That's their debate.
Go ahead. Finish your point, King J.
Peace. I would just say it depends on the actual cult itself.
Yeah.
What's actually venerated. Most ancestor cults are always going to believe that the ancestor was real. Asar and Aset and Simsu, the Simsu Hor follower of Horus, they believe that their ancestors were actual physical people who walked the earth. But when you start getting to asking about the cosmic, the Ennead, right? Those 9 forces, then that's a different thing. So you gotta really just distinguish between like the what is a Neteru, the Aku, because Osiris is not only an eponymous, not only an ancestor, he is the head of the Aku, but he's a Neteru. But no other Aku are Neteru. So you just gotta really, it's not just as easy as the Google search may lead you to believe. You know what I'm saying? So I would just say it depends, because like the 9 forces, like we talk about Geb and Ra and Nut and Tefnut and air and moisture and those principles and in those instances, yes, they are forces and principles. But when you talk about
But are
different
they literal?
literal
Right? They
forces,
real, but not. Yeah, the forces are real, but they're
the
not literal,
occurrences,
tangible people. Right? They're not. Yeah.
they're not.
They're,
No,
they're,
you're phrasing it wrong. Are they tangible forces? Yes. Are they? They're just using that as a way to describe the story, to keep the
right.
cultural memory alive.
Right. A symbolic representation of right. So it gives something
The
a
story.
name. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Right. And
Uh-huh.
which is what then make it anthropomorphic. Right.
It's anthropomorphic, so that
But it's not a literal representation of a real person. That's not what they're talking about. They're talking about
Not
a
at
force.
all. Not at all. It's not.
Yeah. Right.
So Jabari's right, right?
Right.
But
So
it
that's
just
what he's
depends.
arguing.
It just depends on the. I would just say it depends on the actual cult, because it's 40s. Because in other cults, you may go to a bull spot where they revere
Right.
the apis bull, and they may look at the black bull as as the deity.
So all
That's
right.
what I'm saying. I would have to look into it because I'm not. I'm sure there probably could be some out there, but I'm not sure.
So y'all think is so y'all don't realize that they actually literally thought that the daggone that when you died that you actually lived again in the afterlife, yo.
They
Real,
did. They
literal,
did.
like literal. So now we're gonna act like when they got there and the God was there, it wasn't real literal. I'm not I
Yeah, but
already
that's
know
in death.
that
That's
just
in death.
religion.
But
No,
what do you
That's in
say
death.
literally? But how can it be literal? If we in the duat, it
right.
can't be.
But they believed it.
They
That's all.
believe.
Yeah,
That's all I'm saying,
everybody
bro.
believes it. Everybody
Um,
believes it. That's not
Literal.
the argument.
So you
Yeah,
don't think that the Egyptians thought that the afterlife was literal?
of course I did thought the afterlife was literal,
Yeah.
but that's after you're dead. That's in the Bible. That's in a whole nother realm, something that doesn't even. You know what I'm saying?
Why would they
You know what I
take
mean? Some cosmic
now
being
that's
place that doesn't
subjective.
even
Yeah.
has no. You know what I mean?
With
why would
anything.
they take food with? Why they bury food with them?
Okay, so we.
Let me stop.
Why they very fool with it?
So
Because they
they
thought
was
that. Yeah, but
no,
they didn't think that the gods came down and ate them. They thought
no,
that
it's not
the
for them.
force.
Okay, so you can see the confusion, right? You
So
literally
say it was the
bury
same way in
food.
voodoo when they make sacrifice, offering the
No,
sacrifice. They
nah.
believe that the same thing.
Hold on. This is where
You
I
know.
got y'all at. I'm gonna put out my checkmate piece. I want to get this straight, and y'all on tape. So you telling me that when the kings died and they killed other people with them so they could meet them in the afterlife, they didn't believe that, yo? We saying they murdered somebody.
Yeah.
They literally believed it to the point where they murdered somebody so they could be with them in the afterlife. You didn't think they was gonna meet back up with their servants, eating food and that. You know what, man? Yeah, I
Yeah,
know
but
they.
that's not here on Earth. That's
It
not
don't. I
here
don't
on
care where
Earth.
it's. It doesn't matter. I'm not saying on Earth. It's still the afterlife. They thought that was real and literate and tangible to the point where they would murder another human being. So I don't know, but I don't know. Yeah, I think I'm gonna stay right there.
No,
I think I'm gonna stay
both
right there.
groups think that you can get to see in the afterlife. The argument is about the the real. He's arguing symbolism versus literalism is basically what for
Yeah,
realism what he's saying.
yeah.
He's saying like some of what you're seeing is symbolic. It's not real.
I could
It's not
agree.
real. Necessarily real. It's not
I agree.
literal.
I agree to that. No,
Yeah.
I don't got no beef on that. But I got a beef with you murdering another human being and you thought it was symbolic. That don't even make no sense. That's not even coherent. Yeah, I don't think that's coherent. But I don't know. Let me finish this and I'm gonna let you go. Save you. Go ahead. Get it in real quick. I'm gonna finish this.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, what up? What up, Sosa? What up, King J?
Appreciate King J and Sosa though. That was good. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think something that I think was overlooked by the panel full of culture vultures that you were surrounded by is the point when you said that humans evolved to believe. I think what they failed to realize was those beliefs helped them survive and thrive in their environment. No matter how spooked out they were or wrong they were, those beliefs helped them people survive and thrive. That's what was overlooked to me.
That wasn't no argument though, yo.
I know it wasn't an argument, but
Oh,
if they
all
were
right.
able to catch it, they would be able to understand what you were hitting, what you were trying to show them, and get them to see.
Got you. All right. Got you. Hey, thanks for that donation too, Savion. Appreciate that, bro. Seriously.
I got more for you in a minute. I was just testing it out to see if it worked.
Oh.
I was
Boy, you crazy, yo. Let me see. Here we go. It's gonna get real interesting.
Because I'm not even doing that. I'm not doing it.
All right. Hold on, everybody.
Trying to get the
He's to have been to seminary, explained it to them, and he said, "If
Why you always rushing me though, man? Like even Like, come on, man. You said I'm those Brother Jabari's.
Whether they're literal.
The floor, brother.
Okay, put the flyer back on.
Oh man, here come Reggie. Pop, pop. Getting ready to take shots, baby. That's the Reggie I like.
Yeah.
That's the Reggie I like.
Hello, brothers and sisters.
Jabari, you got your vest on?
It's not for Jabari. This is just for the public.
All right, all right.
Peace to family. This is your brother, Brother Reggie. I want to invite you all to probably one of the most important debates that you have heard in a long time. It's about what we call Tawi, and sometimes you call it ancient Egyptian beliefs versus Kemetic beliefs. Kemetic beliefs, I have found out, do not align with the beliefs of the ancient people of Tawi, the two lands. The title of the debate is "The Netters Are Real." Whether the Netters are real, whether they're literal, whether they're actual, and whether they're forces and energies. But the title on the slide is actually correct because that's the main point. Or the net is real but not literal. My opponent, Jabari Asase, says, of course, that the netters are real, but they're not literal. They're not actual, right? They're forces and energies. And I agree that the netters are real. The other things.
So you heard what he said, right? So that's basically what he's saying, correct?
Yeah.
All right. Now watch this. He's going to play a video that said the exact thing. Now, you know, you analyze shit from a different space. I don't know where the hell you get the way you think from. It's shit is spectacular or something. I don't know how you get there. You be hearing shit that don't. Okay, nigga, you got me. But I want you to listen to this though. All right. Let's see. Is something wrong with this? Let's see.
They say I disagree. So this debate will land on the fact that in my position that they are literal, the netters, they are actual in the belief system, and but they are not just forces and energies. I believe, family, that the forces and energies is New Age, Kemetic philosophy that has no basis whatsoever in Nile Valley culture. They are always talking about the netters. And I think that whoever taught Brother Jabari what he is talking about, the teacher is wrong. I would have loved to talk to the teacher about what he taught the student. But my teachers, right, taught us something different. They taught us about the beliefs of ancient Egypt. They didn't say to follow it, but they taught us accurately what the beliefs are. And anybody could go and view what Dr. Ricchetti talked about, what the netters were. So then he could talk to, you can look at what Dr. Jacob Carruthers said. You can look at Dr. Theophilo Benga, what he said. You could talk, you can look at what Dr. Theophilo Benga says. And you can listen to what Dr. Ben said. So Jabari is out of the framework of those African scholars because none of them believe that they are just forces and energies, and you could compact them to forces and energy. So, but these are the words that he said. He had 3 years or 4 years to fix it and explain it, but he left it as a slogan and a tagline. And so what we're debating about is to whether or not his slogan or tagline actually depicts what the Africans believe. I think that what Ankh just said is basically correct. You can't come in 2026, look back and tell us what the ancient people of the Nile actually said without using the text. You can have an opinion on the text, but still you're an outlier. So with that said, I want to invite you all. I want you to bring your tissues, right? Yeah, I really want you to bring your towels, right? Because but come happy because you're going to be you're going to be in for a treat, right?
Shout out to my Pastor Bennett, man.
Yeah, you're going to be in for a treat because Jabari Osase, in my opinion, and I have to back it up, is doing New Age comedic, and it has nothing to do with Tawi civilization based on his statement.
So let me ask you, Reggie.
You can take
do you still feel the same? Do you still feel the same way you did the day before yesterday, when you told everybody that you're going to embarrass Jabari?
Oh, take me off there. Put me on the screen so you can see my face.
Oh, okay.
You can see me on the face.
This is the Reggie I've been missing for a minute.
Yeah. He is going to be. He may not feel embarrassed, but people will feel embarrassed because I'm going to dismantle this phrase that actually makes no sense whatsoever. The netters are real. They're not They're not literal. They're not even actual. They are forces and energy. And so when he
you're saying that they are literal.
Oh yeah, they're the netters are actually very
okay. Let me move on over to Jabari right quick before you
actual.
All right, let me move over to Jabari.
They can't align to forces and energy. This is promo.
Right.
Okay. Let me say this to you, Sonetter, and this is something that I'm going to say publicly before I say anything else. When we come up with a debate,
I didn't have a date. The 27th.
Wait, I haven't, brother. When we come up with a debate, usually the two people who are debating agree on the title. That title needs tons of tweaking.
I agree.
No, I'm not going to do the debate. I'm not going to do the debate.
Hold on.
Wait, I'm telling you.
I listened very carefully.
You got to hear him out first, brother.
I listened very carefully. Now he wants to interrupt.
Wow.
So what I'm saying is that the basic structure of what we're going to be discussing, I think is fine. I think we're agreeing on that. But you'll notice that both in the title of the debate and in what Reggie says, he uses what are called limiting adverbs. Jabari is saying that the Neteru are just principles and forces. And so psychologically, what that is saying to you is that Jabari is limiting the tradition that he is part of. And I want to say to you, I would not agree to a title that way. And I see what Reggie is trying to do.
No, that is not cap, huh? Because
it is no.
Yo,
I'm for 20 minutes over there, sir. Are we serious right now?
No, yes, be serious, be quiet.
What is going on?
Said it many
quit
times.
That Jabari hate. Quit that Jabari
hate. And now they're interrupting.
I'm sorry, Jabari.
No, when I say tweet the title,
come on, man.
Come on, Black Sage.
Come on.
I sat here quietly and listened, and now I'm telling you what my opinion is. Come on. And by the way, you're not even a person in the debate. Why are you responding? This is between me and Reggie. So I would not use limiting adverbs.
Because you argue with me for 20 minutes over the very title the man just presented. Now all of a sudden, that's the wrong title. That's why I open my damn mouth. Come on, man. That shit ain't hard. If I say I'm the real black atheist and the nigga say, no, you not, I say, yes, I am. And I stick my chest out, then make a title saying, Unc said, debate. He's a real black atheist. I'm not saying, no. When you put the no, I'm going to say, yo, run that. Why don't change my words? I'm going to say, run that. Run it. How can he not defend that title? Based off what you just said, Sosa, he's supposed to be able to defend that title right there, yo. That's
well, I think he could, and I hate because I don't really have full context, right?
You got it right here.
What if No, but you didn't really allow him to explain.
I'm great here. Here you go.
Right,
Here you go.
but
Here you
if
go.
I am the guest, okay, go ahead.
Hold on. We don't got a guess. Here we go. He start hitting niggas with the watch this.
And
Come on,
I
go
sat
ahead.
here quietly and listened, and now I'm telling you what my opinion is. Come on. And by the way, you're not even a person in the debate. Why are you responding? This is between me and Reggie. So I would not use limiting adverbs because it tells you something about what I'm saying in a very subliminal manner. So I am not going to agree to it like that. So we're going to have to do some tweaking. I think everyone can acknowledge that I did not see that before it was put up tonight. So
And I told Reggie, I said, Reggie, I got to get you and Jabari on the phone so y'all can really talk about the topic.
Right.
And Reggie suggested that, no, it is the way it is. But I know what
Yeah.
Can you explain the topic now, if you want?
Listen, no, I'm going to have a private I don't want to focus on that entirely. I don't.
Okay, wait,
We'll
stop.
I'm just
Are you ready to talk?
Listen. I think that we're clear about what we're talking about. I'm just saying titles are strategic.
Yes.
And obviously one of us had his input on the title, the other did not.
Crazy.
I'm a much better debater than, I'm sorry, Reggie, than you've ever dealt with. Much better. So that's why I'm not going to fall for that. I want to also say, and I'm not going to say much about his topic, and I'm not going to say much about the debate. We're going to save that for the ring. But I want you to hear I wish that Sonetter had him on the camera when he was speaking, because I'm going to make sure that you're clear about what he said about his teachers. He said something about his teachers. He said, these teachers didn't teach me this. I'd like to question his teacher. By the way, everyone here knows that was supposed to be a slight at Baba Heru. And I think what my opponent is hoping is I'm going to flip out because he is insulting Baba Heru. Baba Heru would have even told me, I hope you're not going to fall for that. And I'm not. You should also understand that his teachers are my teachers.
No.
I don't know why he keeps doing that. He knows this. Is he sure that they agree with him? That's all I'm going to say. Look up in the now just saying that it's large, not just saying feminist. I think you would find I didn't say it. You try to have it be to ask not for the people.
It's up again because I don't know why it's not coming up. So give me a second to pull this up. Okay, so let's so what Jabari has said to the world, and now he wants to backtrack, and I know why, right? But this is what he said to the world. I'm dealing with why I disagreed with him. So this is what he said.
Are not literal. That is what I'm saying. They're not literal and actual. And when I hear people say, he's saying that the Neteru are not real, I say, no, I believe the Neteru are real. I don't believe that they are actual and literal. Yes. We're talking about the way that energy works in the universe, and we've given it a name.
Okay. So I'm going to play it one more time. This is what he told to the world, right? And this is what I disagreed with. So I'm not doing anything different. He's backpedaling.
I have no problem with what you just played. That is what I'm saying. They're not literal and actual. When I hear people say, he's saying that the Neteru are not real, I say, no, I believe the Neteru are real. I don't believe that they are actual and literal. Yes. We're talking about the
other parts you put in, Reggie, after that.
I have no disagreement with that at all. That is what I'm saying. They're not literal and actual.
Okay, so wait. Let me. And
when I hear people say, he's saying that the net.
So, Ankh, can you hear me?
1 second. Hey, Dashawn, what's up?
What's going on?
Yeah, what's up? You said I'm a bully. I'm
Yeah,
listening.
man. Peace to the panel first, man. Let me
Peace and
give a
blessings.
shout out to everybody on the panel.
Peace and blessings.
Yeah. So,
Mhm.
man, you gotta cut it out, man. You gotta cut it out. You got to, man. You're too tough to talk and everything. You scare people, man. You
Okay.
run people off.
Mhm.
You can't do that, man. I know you from B-More, it's tough and everything, man. I get it, but you gotta soften it up. You gotta soften it up.
That's a fair critique. I'm gonna soften it up. But
Now,
I ain't
hey,
know we was fighting. I thought we was YouTubing.
no, you can't do that, though. Man, see, then you got to walk around with security and stuff like that. Dude, watch you when you do that stuff, man.
I don't walk around with no security.
But you're gonna have to if you keep talking like that.
I've been talking like that for 20 years, yo. I ain't new.
But you ain't outside like that either no more.
I be outside.
Not like that no more.
I do what you mean. Bro, listen, I'm
So
gonna show up at the debate. Listen, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna show up at the debate like I always do.
Okay.
And a person
And
gonna
just be
pop in my
quiet.
face and say, yo, why you say that? I'm gonna say I said it because I meant it. And we're gonna laugh like we always do. We just disagree on topics.
I agree.
Now,
I mean,
if a person wanna get slick, if a person wanna get slick and swing on me, then I'm gonna do what I've been doing for the last 50 years of my life.
But it's never like that.
I know. So then why? Would they do it then? You get it?
No, because you always throw the first punch, man.
Do I?
Yeah, bro.
Man,
Hey,
if you
I haven't been watching you. I haven't been watching you, brother. I'm gonna give you your flowers, man. You do your team, man. You know what I mean? But it's just that sometimes you come in, you're too passionate, man. You too passionate or
Can
something.
I go 50%? If you just say 50%, I'll still be mad at you. Because I don't be starting up, I just finish it. I'm gonna tell you what I actually do. I actually say the things that everybody squeamish was saying. Like nobody wants to say that that's a wild, cotton picking, made up, wild African American Egyptian religion. Nobody want to say it. They want to say it's cool. They don't want to say that Jabari made it up outside in the middle of Times Square, pouring water on the concrete to the ancestors that ain't even our ancestors. Don't nobody want to say that. They say it's tough talk, though. How's that tough talk? It's the truth. The ancient Egyptians ain't pouring nothing in the middle of Times Square.
You saying with the information, with the information, you
I don't
correct
bet
on
nobody physically, though. I don't bet nobody physically till they get slick with me. So we all get slick at that point.
You know, you 1 to 100, and man,
I do go to 100.
You ain't no middle. You ain't in the middle. You 1 or 100, man.
You don't think I'm doing better? I thought I was doing bebetter.
Well, let's talk. And to speak about the brother Jabari, man, I'm just like,
that's your man.
I just seen the brother with 10 people on the panel asking him questions, and I mean, I thought he was gonna run out of information. You know what I'm saying? But the guy just kept throwing it up. I mean, it seemed like when he start throwing that information up, regardless if it's scholarly, and people get embarrassed, they start personally attacking him. That kind of gets distasteful.
So
now, I'm not saying you, Unc. I'm not pointing the finger at you, Unc. I'm just like,
no,
it kind of gets redundant for it.
So why bring the example of it if it wasn't me?
Because I didn't want to bring it out right then, man. I wanted to finish my point because I know you would interrupt me, man.
Okay. Go ahead, man.
Can I talk?
Okay, but
hold on, Reggie.
Here we go. Okay, hold on, brother Reggie. I got you next, though. I got you next, brother. But hold on. But like I said, man, it's just that, the brother had, I don't know how many people on there, man. You know what I'm saying? He was giving the information. But when he gave the information, I guess it wasn't information that they wanted to hear. So they started throwing, attacks at him. And, the brother, he doesn't come on, I think, enough. Because, I mean, when he comes in, man, the chat is popping. And we can't deny that. But back on him, I'm just like, the brother is scholarly, man. Why we can't just get along with the brother, man? And when we fight out of rage, and this is just from my experience, I'm gonna tell the experience that I had. Every time I fought out of rage, it was a mess.
Swinging up.
It was a mess, and usually under the influence or whatever it is, but that's a different story. But it's a mess.
All right, let me say this. I don't fight out of rage. First of all, I'm thinking when I'm
But
fighting at all
can I
times.
say something about my brother Reggie?
No, I'm gonna let me say.
Can I speak about brother?
No, I want to respond. I'm saying is,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Barry is an excellent communicator, yo. He's good at like making it seem like he's super calm, right? While underhandedly throwing wild shots that most people don't see. Like, I'll give you the wild shot he threw in our discourse. What he did was he act like we wasn't talking about the same thing. And he said it eloquently, which is a damn lie because we was talking about the same thing. Right? And you know why we was talking about the same thing? Because I threw him a daggone quote unquote olive leaf. What I said was that the Egyptians believed things were literal at times, metaphorical at times. They belief system ran the whole gamut of human beliefs. That was the point where it covered everything he was talking about and everything I was talking about. And if I got any parts wrong, I covered everything. So at that point, he's bold to say, yeah, but I just believe they're not literal and let it go. That wasn't the point where he's supposed to have been nice and smooth and say, well, we talking about two separate things. How, bro? I talked about I said it was literal at times, metaphorical. I covered everything. Even what Sosa said, I covered that part too. Maybe he just thinking that they not real humans. I said all that. So how the hell does a professor not know that I said all that? See, he playing games. And you're right, bro. It infuriates me when the person who's supposed to be a priest, not only is he a priest, he's a daggone chief somewhere in your local neighborhood. So I don't know where. He's a chief. So I'm thinking you're supposed to be the most pious, the most honest, and you ain't supposed to do me like that. You're supposed to say, yeah, but I don't think that they had varying beliefs like that. I actually don't think that they was literal. That's how you handle that, bro. But see, you ain't even catch that, though. See, you ain't catch it. See what I'm saying? I get it.
Okay. But the brother, like you said, he's a priest. He has decorum. He don't want it with you. Every time he comes on, man, he's skinning and grinning. He wants to be around your presence without the altercation. Same with you, brother Reggie.
Hold on, Reggie, don't answer that. Do you know why he don't want it?
Because he's a priest.
No, he want it with everybody else, though. Why you always trying to be nice with me?
No, because man, you are over the top, man. You are over the top, bro. Hey, you can cut him deep. You can cut people deep, man.
Hold on.
And not really, you know what I'm saying?
I agree.
And say number 3 words to him.
Listen, I agree. You know what? I'm not even gonna act like I'm not that. But guess what? Me and Jabari always have great discourses, yo. And
hey,
the nigga start lying in the middle of the nigga told us that he had some kind of glyphs. He ain't showed the shit yet. I got the glyphs, and he always met somebody that nobody else met. I met that scholar. How the hell do we meet this man right here? Look, see, y'all ain't got no damn sense. Look, right here. How the hell did Jabari meet this guy right here, yo? How did he meet this guy right here? No. How did he meet this damn guy right here? In the middle of a conversation, he told me he talked to Greenberg. Greenberg was sick and had a stroke. Matter of fact, Greenberg didn't even finish reading this damn book. My fault. Chris didn't even finish reading this book. Now, how do I know? I ain't gonna tell you how I know. Cause Samantha Kate and them finished writing this daggone book. So how the hell you talk to him about this book that he didn't finish reading? Y'all just ain't got no damn sense. Y'all just want to believe, and you right. I need to get better at being over the top. Cause right now I'm over the top. Am I young? I think I am. So I take that with your critique fair. That's a fair assessment. But you be getting scammed and don't even know it. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Information, man.
He be scamming. It's the difference. He be scamming. See, I'm the one that always catch him scamming. Y'all can't catch him because I'm fluid in understanding archaeology. Very fluid. I know the difference between New Age, Egyptian mixed mumble jumble, and real indigenous African spirituality. Because I practiced this shit before. I know what it is. Y'all don't know. Y'all think that African American Egyptian style meta lecture is the thing. No, that's white people stuff. And see, I always say it. So you know what, yo? I appreciate you coming on this panel. Right? I agree with 99% of what you said, but the part that get me is, bro, I get infuriated because the nigga be scamming our intellectual real estate right here, yo. That's what get me. That's the part. So you know what? I'm going to focus on that. That's always been my little quirk with Jabari. I can handle it 60, 70% of the time I can handle it. But he sit there and he lie right in front of my face and I fall apart at times. So I'm gonna work on that, yo. I'm gonna be poised. How you doing, Jabari? But guess what? When I'm poised, you know what the nigga wrote me?
Man,
He over talk. He won't talk for 35 minutes. And if I be calm, he'll cut me right off. Won't nobody say nothing about it, yo. Because he's the priest. And in our mind, a priest means some type of authority. Because he's a damn chief. And in our mind, a chief is something impious. So I'm the atheist. And in our mind, the atheists are liars, cheaters, and against black people. But the priest is pious and love for black people. I got a whole lot going on. But when y'all look at us two, yo, we represent two separate things. Right? I don't think y'all can handle the damn truth. But you know what? I'm going to lower my voice. I think that would help. I'm going to start talking like this. Yes, no problem. Absolutely. But when I cuss them out, don't get mad at me. See? When I cuss them out, don't get mad at me. Don't hate me. Hate the game. Because at a certain point, I'm not sitting here letting you just outright lie. I heard what Sosa said. That was very elegant on what Sosa said. I can receive that. But in my statement, I covered all of that. Anyway, go ahead. I appreciate you, bro. Pick it.
Yes, sir.
Good. Now you can handle Reggie.
Well, I want to
okay.
speak first before you. How could you speak first before I
See, brother Reggie. I'm gonna be sweet, man. I ain't gonna.
No, you can be any way that you want. It's just decorum. I've been waiting. You spoke to Ankh at length,
But you don't. That's good.
and then I'm supposed to respond. Okay, watch it. You say whatever you want to do. Because you did that, I'm not going to respond to you.
Okay, brother Reggie, I'm listening, man.
Go ahead, Reggie.
Well, I want to focus on whatever they was discussing. Like I'm trying to figure out what was
let's get on that real quick.
Debate thing.
Go ahead, Reggie.
Okay. There was a debate prior to this. The debate was with Dr. Inky versus Jabari Osase. Is Christ a literal and historical character, and is Christ the Word? That is the title of the debate. That is what the public received on a flyer, right? There is no disrespect at all to Brother Starnetta. He put on the debate, right? He put on the title. So if anybody reads the name of that debate, that means there are some open-ended questions about whether Christ is a literal and historical character. It never said, and is Christ the Word? It never said Jesus Christ. So what happened was Jabari goes on a phone call and he says that he got Inky to say that it was Jesus Christ. But Jesus Christ never appeared on a flyer, right? So that gave Inky an opportunity, right, to discuss Christ as a literal, because Christ is literal, and a historical character. There's been several Christ, not just Jesus Christ, but the most known is Jesus Christ. So it gave Inky a way to which to elaborate on Christ. Jabari used that and complained to limit what Christ was to be only Jesus Christ. Okay, so in this debate,
but is that what they were talking about, or were they talking about all the Christ, or were they talking about Jesus Christ?
Inky's position is that he was talking about Christ as a proper noun, generally, right? And that means all the elements of a Christ and not limited to Jesus Christ.
Okay.
Jabari prepared his whole discussion on Jesus Christ.
Right.
And if you review the video, Jabari did not have much to comment scholarly. Now, and so then what happened was at the end of the day, well, we had a debate, we had a dispute. Okay, so I've been in the House of Consciousness for a long time. Some of the debate titles I have curated. Some of them I did not, but I have curated it. I did Kemet on Trial. We did a bunch of other conferences, Evolution Conference and things like that. So you're talking to somebody who partners with Sarnetta to make his channel much more academic, right? And in a way, and less from the foolery. That's my contribution. With Ankh, Ankh is self-contained. Most of his topics are scholarly. Whether I agree with it or not, they are academic. Whether I agree with them or not, right? There's no foolishness with Ankh's channel. With Sarnetta's channel, we have Sarnetta gives an opportunity for everybody to come on with the craziest topics. So we have a young Pharaoh, we have this guy who's in jail. That guy with Polite was a good, charismatic moneymaker. That was good for Sarnetta, right? That's fine. And many times I had to take a back seat to that. The problem is in this debate is that Jabari said the Netherreal are real. They are not literal.
Okay.
They are not actual.
Okay.
And this is how energy works. Their energies and forces, and that's how it works in the universe. And I said, I disagree. I agree with the netters are real, but everything else that you said, I disagree. I disagree. So then that is the debate. And so then me and Sarnetta and Jabari had an agreement that that would be the title of the show. He said, that sounds good. So Sarnetta printed a flyer, right? I have this video. And then, so when Sarnetta put up the flyer, Jabari said, no, we need to have a further discussion. Okay. What he does in the back room is he tries to triage it to be open-ended. But he made a statement that I disagree with, and that's what I want to debate. Now, my underlying position is very similar to Ankh. He's not a priest of ancient Egypt, Tawi civilization, nothing. He's a new age, occultist type speaker, where he blurs the line between Africa belief system and these modern occultist theorists who don't know the meta nature, right? Just take snippets and then articulate. So the question is so what Ankh did was Ankh directly challenged Jabari before I came on about whether or not that these so-called deities are in fact beings, right?
Literal.
Right, beings. Wait, first, no, they're gods, beings, right? And then on the question of it being literal, I don't. Ankh was saying they are literally beings, gods, according to those people. And then Jabari did what he has to do and try to act like he's a scholar and professor. We use words very loosely. Scholar means that, yes, you may have something in print, but an accredited scholar, he is not on this field. He is a professor, but an accredited scholar, he is not. He has not one written piece in a journal, right? Or accepted by his peers. Not one. So you could call him a scholar, just like some people call me Dr. Reggie, but I say Brother Reggie, right? You can, but I do have a journal article. You can search it up, right? I do have citations. You can look it up. I don't have to say that I am a scholar or anything. So he always comes, and what he does is he, in fact, makes himself bigger than he was. But prior, coming on trial, you can ask maybe Ankh if he knew, but you could. I said, no, we don't want him on a debate because he's going to mess it up. He's a Kemetic priest. So, that's not a Kemetic priest. So I said no.
Question about the title. No. Can we get kind of to the title? Because is the title, right? He just based on what he said, he's saying that you
Hey,
and
so
something else
you know
decided on
that
the title,
the
right?
Egyptian gods live right there on Earth, right? Just for the record, yo.
Hey, can I
Like I
just
said, I'm not.
Just
Hold
finish
on.
the point.
I
Finish the
don't.
point.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
good.
I'm not a. That's what I'm saying. That's not my lane. I'm just trying to understand
No, you was
his
wondering where
argument,
the place
whether
was
he's
earlier.
correct or not.
No, you said earlier, you say where at, and you talked about Mount Ararat. I'm telling you, the Egyptians, they actually made houses for them where the gods actually lived physically on Earth. I'm saying I got their homework.
It's called a Hawat Netter.
They actually do,
Okay,
bro.
well,
But go ahead. Go finish the
that's
point. My
something that,
fault.
yeah,
Go
that's
ahead.
however many time ago. That's something y'all can address. I'm not concerned with whether if it's true or not. I'm only concerned with
All right, go ahead.
what his argument is. It doesn't matter. Y'all can debate all that shit. I'm saying, like, if he wants to, because it sound like what Reggie explained to me, like he heard there was like, and the same thing kind of happened with King J and his title, right? A lot of people feel like King J won the debate. But a lot of people felt like, but based on the title, you lost. And this was said by people that even thought that King J made a better argument, right? And so then you explained to me, Reggie, that Jabari went to an argument with Inky to where he was prepared to debate one thing, but based on the title and how it was framed, he was able to make arguments that he wasn't even. So this time going around, he's hesitant, and he wants to make sure
So
the
that's
title
why.
reflects something that he's not, that he can prepare for, and he's not
Understand.
duped when he get into the debate. So
Understand.
why don't
So
y'all just sit
what is that
down, right?
called though?
And
What
if
is
he
that
hold
called?
on,
What is
just
it's a
hold on,
term for that though?
just hold on. But if he comes next time, right? But while y'all making a title, all you can do is object to whatever you think is going to make it open ended, and then
Okay, so
both agree to come with something fair, and then just have a debate.
So wait, everybody stop for a minute. So I want you to know, Reggie and Sosa, I totally agree with that man having the right to change the title. And because that's part of the negotiation, that's part of the fighting back and forth, the jostling to try to gain an advantage. So I totally agree with that. So he's well within his right to change that. But all I'm saying is, Negro, do not argue with me for 20 minutes saying the exact same thing that Reggie had in the title and then fight over that, yo. Because at that point, my radar go off and you scamming. That's what I'm saying. He don't even gotta enact I need to fix the title because he said that they're not literal. He said that. And he said
He wants to defend that.
enacted the literal thing. Remember, he said white Christians produced. He said Christianity wasn't even literal, that later on Europeans made it literal to make their religion better than Egyptians, and the Egyptians didn't think it was literal. So if you're saying that and you argued me down to the ground, you got my man picking on here talking about I was too rough and too tough. If you do all that and then a nigga play a video with you saying they're not literal, I'm confused, and I think you trying to
There
scam
you go.
them. That's all I'm
But he already agreed
The
that
fact
the
that we having a
framework.
conversation about the title is confusing.
No, he agreed that the framework is sound. I think he just wants it. He said something about, like I said,
See,
hold on. Let me just finish talking, bro, before you cut in. Because before he
you've been
got to
talking though,
explain,
brother.
That's so.
I'm just saying, you made a statement, right? And I'm trying to respond. And then in the minute I respond, you go, no, I ain't gonna get there, bro.
I just go ahead.
Go ahead,
So
brother.
before he got there, he was trying to say, he said he made some statement as already said it was just energy. And I'm just, because I didn't hear to finish the rest. I think he wanted to let people know that I'm not just saying that they just win because he's a practitioner. No, game ain't just win. It's more than that. I think that's what he was trying to
Yeah, we agree.
in the statement. But so
we agree to that. We
he
agree.
wanted the title to reflect more than that. You know what I'm saying? So he don't offend the people he's actually. You know what I mean?
The fact that what I'm saying is that what I'm saying is that every time somebody talks about this title, it's a different thing. Somebody's talking something different. The title gets different every time somebody says it. Even though there's a title, and the fact that Jabari said that he wanted to talk about the title because it was confusing. And the fact that we were having the fact that he continued to repeat himself and was saying what the title was confusing.
Oh, okay. All right. So you think so in your mind, you think the title is confusion, right?
I think so. I'm not as astute as y'all guys are, man. But I'm just like, yeah, man, because I'm like, it's like saying the same thing. It's like saying the same thing.
So let me play the video, and you tell me this shit not confusing. Then
Wait, 1 second. Before
hold on, Reggie. I'm gonna play the nigga saying it. So you basically saying Jabari is confusion.
No, I'm not saying that.
Don't talk either. There you go.
I'm gonna try.
You gotta get Easy Band presentation off there.
There you go.
What Jabari has said to the world, and now he wants to backtrack, and I know why, right? But this is what he said to the world. I'm dealing with why I disagreed with him. So this is what he said.
Are not literal. That is what I'm saying. They're not literal and actual. And when I hear people say, he's saying that the natural are not real, I say, no, I believe the natural are real. I don't believe that they are actual and literal.
All right. So you know what? I think Sosa had a way of seeing how that made some damn sense. So Sosa, go ahead, explain that statement to us, yo. Because you said it, but I could repeat it. Go ahead. What is he
Play
saying?
it again. Play it again. The last piece.
I gotta play it again.
Because I moved around. I couldn't catch the pieces. Really, moving around.
All right. Yeah. I think it's confusion anyway. In my head.
Hey, that's what I'm saying.
I'm dealing with why I disagreed with him. So this is what he said.
Are not literal. That is what I'm saying. They're not literal and actual. And when I hear people say, he's saying that the natural are not real, I say, no, I believe the natural are real. I don't believe that they are actual and literal.
Yeah,
we're talking about the way that energy works in the universe, and we've given it a name.
Okay.
Yeah, come on, yo. So
So he's saying
go ahead. Go ahead.
Like,
go ahead.
energy is real.
Hold on, put you on the screen. I'm put you on the screen. Here, explain that.
Listen, energy is real, right? The fundamental forces are actual real, right? So with animism, they anthropomorphize these actual real events, right? And they make human-like figures out of something that's actual real, but the figure themselves are not literal. You know what I'm saying? Like when we talked about Jeb or whatever. So Jeb, I'm not saying that I know the Egyptian religion. I'm just based on his understanding. He's saying like, so Jeb could represent something symbolically, and we have a name for him, and we call him Jeb. But Jeb itself is not literal, but the fundamental force itself is real.
Facts, right? That's exactly what he said, brother.
That's what you're saying, but that's not what he's saying.
But that's what he said, though, Reggie.
That's how I'm interpreting it. That's how I'm interpreting it, Reggie.
But that's what you interpreted.
He made the comment about
how ain't real? So how ain't they all the same? They like synonyms of each other. Well, am I tripping? Am I?
Hey, see, that's the confusion.
Just because we just anthropomorphize. I mean, humans, we anthropomorphize things, right? We give them human features, right? We give them arms and legs, and they walk around like actual people. Even you know what I'm saying?
That's not what he
representation.
said. See, why are you people doing this? The problem is that
you gotta hear from that. Wait on, right? That's gonna help you because it's getting confusing.
Not help me at all.
No, I'm saying it's gonna help you understand how he's scamming you.
No,
I mean, I'm telling you his angle, whether you agree or not.
Rory is calling all of you because he's using ambiguous words.
The words mean the same thing. It's interesting.
He's not using concise words.
Yeah, it's confusion on purpose.
It is. Right.
It is. So that's why you left out one word. If you'd put actual on there, then you would have been perfect with what he said. Since you didn't put the word actual on there, I think he fighting you. But that's the whole, because your brain knows what the synonym is, and you know that actual, literal, and real, they're in the same damn thing, yo.
Right. It's like, what if I did gravity like that?
Huh?
What if I did gravity like that?
Right.
Gravity is Tusi. And Tusi versus pressure. So I'm saying, so he'd be like, so Tusi ain't real? No, the force Tusi, the gravity is real,
but it's not.
Okay, so you're saying that you talk to Jabari, and Jabari is not saying that. Because if I'm wrong, I'll just be wrong. I'm fine with it.
Jabari is not saying that.
What is Jabari saying, Reggie?
Reggie,
He's saying that, brother. He used the comment about a star.
Hold
He
on for a
said
minute.
when the brother. Okay, go ahead, man.
Wait. Hey, Reggie. Suppose he is actually saying that. That's the scam, though. Why would you say that? That's the
debate
scam.
that.
Hold on. Actual. Hey, yo, you know what? I actually got $1 million. I literally got $1 million. The $1 million I got is real. It's, you know what, yo? Let me black out because I'm about
It
to
could be invested.
That crazy.
Okay, so here's the problem, and Ankh is hitting on it. First of all, right, and shout out to Sirius B, right? First of all, when you use words, they have discrete meanings. Neteru has a discrete meaning, right? Which he is not using, right? What he is doing is he is coming up with another definition. Otherwise, source your definition. So one, that's the first con. Then he says that they are not literal, right? Okay, he has a right to say that. Then he says that they are not actual. Then he corresponds them or connects them to forces and energy in the universe. So simply, a person like me is just simply, once you go into science and you just say they're forces and energies, I just simply say, what are the known forces and what are the known energies? And if none of those netters line up to a particular discrete energy or force, then you've been conning people. But I didn't even want to do that. I simply said, well, on the title, we could shorten it. Now, I have a video where we agreed that that's basically it. Now, maybe y'all want to see it, maybe y'all don't. But I'm not.
Why do you think we will question your credibility, though, brother? This is what I don't understand about brother, about Reggie. Reggie, you got PhD scholars calling you from the UK talking about how you got something exactly right, and you worried about what someone would question your research? I mean, a peon. Now, I get it. Jabari is somebody, but I'm just like, sometimes you get caught up in these conversations with these young guys or these guys that are not.
Because
okay.
I'm trying to show you whatever you said about Polite, whatever you say about Umar, whatever you say about whatchamacallit,
Polite.
Whatever you said, whatever y'all said about him, y'all are doing, you're setting yourself up to do the same thing with Jabari. You're giving him more than the benefit of the doubt. He says something. I said, I will debate you on that because I disagree with what you said. Now he wants to do nuances on what he said. I'm not going to allow that.
So you don't want him to change the title.
No back room. I'm not going to go into no backroom conversation with him, except for the money. Except for the money, everything else is public. I don't
Reggie, he just wants y'all to hash it out. Y'all be arguing back and forth, Reggie.
Now I'm mad.
But Reggie, I agree that y'all did. But I'm saying, like, well, you may agree with the title. You may be like, okay, I can win that. It's not
now. I'm gonna put it up because
put it up. Go ahead, Reggie.
So
you got it, Reggie. Reggie, you got it.
What happened? There's more to it.
Do you got it, Reggie?
What happened?
Do you have it?
Lights, camera, action.
Lights, camera, action. Lights, camera, action. How you doing, Joe? Why he get? Hold on. You got it? Let's see. Hold on. Let's see if it help you out. Because I clearly understand what Sosa's saying and the fact that he's saying, "What the hell you got in your mouth?"
I got a space. I got a toothpick. Causes me a toothpick. Right?
What the hell is going on?
You never use this?
Can't hear you.
I do.
Turn it up.
It's a toothpick floss. It's a toothpick floss.
You gotta turn it up.
Let him finish, because he ain't got that much time. He with his mother.
Of course, I will argue that the Neteru are real. I will not argue that the Neteru are literal. And so that is where the contest is. It's about whether the Neteru are literal. And so that is where the debate must be.
That's what we agree on.
Topic.
Okay, good. But when you said that you would never argue if something's real, you said it out your mouth. So, and I
said I would never argue a topic, a debate topic about whether it's real. That's what I just said.
You would say it. You will say it, but you will say it, but not debate it.
Is he breaking up on my end, or is that me breaking up?
No, that's probably you breaking up. We hear him good.
I'm debating what you said. They're real, but they're not real. They're forces and they're forces.
The line is breaking up on my end. Hold on one second. Let me see if I can get to a slightly better place.
And Brother Reggie, he never said they were not real.
No, it's even worse.
I like to have it stricken from the record, Ghana.
Go ahead, Jabari.
My client
you
obviously befuddled. What the hell is going on here?
I know what he said.
Oh man, Reggie, what the hell's going on?
He's out here.
All right, you sound better?
Right now.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Red.
Do you hear me?
Yes, I hear you.
I can hear you.
All right, go ahead, Reggie.
But the fact of the matter is, it was Jabari that was talking, not Reggie. I was listening.
No, in the time you were talking, I didn't hear you clearly. Maybe you didn't realize I wasn't able to hear you. I said, I'm not able to hear you.
So we have a debate topic, right? We both agree that the netters are real. You believe that they are not literal and that they're forces and energies. I disagree with that. So that's a debate topic. So
okay. It sounds like we have a good debate topic, sure. Now, we can play around with some of the wording, but the core of it is there, and that's really good. We have something we can work with.
Reggie, you should have never played that part right there. You just killed yourself with your own thing, bro.
No, see.
He said the core of it is there. The rest of it we could play around with. Like
no, wait, watch this.
Hey,
watch this. Sanetta now. Sanetta. So the rest of it, the thing that we agreed on was the netters real and not literal, right?
He don't want to change that. He don't want to change that.
Right, so that's
the whole video. He's saying we can play around with the title.
Yeah, we can keep the core. That's the core of it. He want to keep the core intact.
Right, so the core is what's on the flyer.
But he wants to construct it where you can't play no funny games with that, bro. And he said he's a part of a tradition, and he don't want to have it seem like it's just that. That's all.
What is the core?
The actual framework you have right now. That's fine, Reggie.
That's the only thing that's on the flyer.
Yeah, you left out one word.
What?
You left out the one word, yo. What was the one word? The one word you left out was
actual ain't gonna change nothing, huh? Actual ain't gonna change nothing.
I know. No, I'm telling you, hey Reggie, that's the only word you left out was actual. That's why I don't understand why would so why would he fight that?
Like he was saying what he said when he first started. He said I am of the cloth or whatever, or tradition or what he said. Mm-hmm. And he said he said the way you're saying it, how it's just this. He said I don't want it to be represented like that because it's more than just that. So I want to reflect that. We can keep the framework the same. Let's just sit down and agree. The framework is not going to change.
Wait a minute,
hold on. Wait a minute. Did y'all forget I argued with this nigga for 20 minutes? The argument was for 20 minutes? That the argument for 20 minutes was, I literally set out my mouth. It wasn't just that. Right? So if I'm saying it's not just that, and then he fights for it's not just that, then what the hell is the damn problem then? Because he argued with me as if I was saying it was just that. I say, no. I said they have different beliefs. Sometimes it's literal, sometimes it's not, sometimes it's real, sometimes it's metaphorical, and the nigga said no.
I told you,
because you messing it up, Paul. You're messing it up. If y'all don't understand what Sosa explained to y'all earlier, Reggie, don't take that debate. He gonna wash you. If y'all didn't understand what Sosa explained to y'all earlier,
that's what I want to
do not take that debate. He is going to wash.
No, let me do that. Let me do that. I got no. Hold on.
Oh yeah.
Hold on, because you speak loud on the goddamn mic. Hold on. Let me get this right. Hold on. Let me get this. Let me unshare this damn screen here. How do I unshare this? What the hell's going on?
Unshare it. But
I'm unshare. Hold on for a minute. Reggie, don't say nothing, Reggie.
No, I gotta say you're fanboy with pom poms.
No, ain't not fanboy. Hold on, you going at it wrong. No, Christian. You just said what? Do you know what my argument was with the bar? First of all,
how can I be a fanboy? I just shouted at both of y'all.
Feed into that. Don't feed into that.
Said the same thing, Sosa.
Don't feed into that. Joe, do you know what my argument was with Jabari? Yes or no?
I believe what you were saying
was what?
Is that the Egyptians, the ancient Egyptians, looked at these gods like they were real, and that they were literal, and that's why they did certain things.
No, I gotta stop you. Nope. I said they looked at it like they was real. I said they looked like they was actual. I said they also looked at it was metaphor. I said some people didn't believe it was literal. None of that. It's exactly what Sosa said. I said I said they run the range of beliefs, just like all humans do. That's what I said. And guess what Jabari?
Spot on.
Hold on, but guess what Jabari said? Nigga, you talking baseball, I'm talking football. You don't know what you talking about. You wrong. So then why the nigga argue? Why? You get it?
Hold up, you said that to Jabari, and he said no.
Nigga, y'all
gotta
playing.
go back. Y'all
like that, yo.
I gotta go. Yeah.
No, it must have been the way. You must be explaining it differently now.
Yeah, and he could not agree with. He's not going to agree with your saying. Why would he agree with everything what you're saying in debate, Reggie? Well, I mean, it ain't no sense.
No, Reggie wasn't even in the conversation. Reggie wasn't. No, I said they could do.
You said something different now, huh?
He don't believe now. Could there be a couple niggas or something? I'm sure. Yeah, we're talking about. And in general, his position as in general. They thought this way in general. That's his position.
Ain't no Christian. All I'm gonna tell you is we have a horrible cult. That's all I'm gonna tell you. Y'all do not listen to the cult leader. You know. What the hell is wrong with y'all? I'm the cult leader, and y'all don't never listen to me at all.
Yeah, you got to fight. You got to fight for your position.
But what was saying is Reggie haven't even heard the kind of offer already. Like, nigga, look.
But how can y'all disagree with what Sosa said? Sosa gave a really good example.
No, we won't. No, we won't.
Let me ask you a question, brother.
You will not ask me a question in the middle of me trying to find this video.
Man, come on, man. I've been on here being good, bro.
Cuss me out. That way I know you will. Right now you faking. You really want to cuss me.
I personally think Sosa's spot on. I think Sosa.
Hey, my brother that's talking right now, the brother that's talking, I might have called you somebody else, brother, but you talking right, brother. The brother, the whole video was saying, hey, we can do this. We can talk about this. We can play around with this. But he was showing the intent that he would, the title was sketchy. That's all. And from the gate, I understand what Reggie's saying. He was agreeing with the situation. As a matter of fact, he was saying the same thing, but then he'll turn around and say, hey, we can talk about it.
Yeah,
they can play with the title all they want, but if Reggie is going to try to fight what Jabari is saying as far as literal and what's real and what's actual, Reggie better not mess with that because he's gonna get him. It's too many examples. He can pull up the beach. He can pull up Osiris being green and black, and he gonna eat Reggie alive.
And he's gonna go in. Reggie gonna go in with that hate on his breath, and he gonna spar out. He gonna spill out.
All right, but do y'all understand what I'm saying when I talk about the green and the black?
I ain't looking into it, so like I said, I'm just trying to get what they say.
Reggie know what I'm talking about. He's gonna use that.
Joel Armstrong, I want him to use that.
Okay, all right.
Because the problem is that his definition of the Neteru, he has never shown you that, right? Then we go into, are the Neteru real? Ankh answered the question a million times. They are actually divine beings, or beings that the ancient Egyptians believed were divine beings, each and every one of them, right? And so they are divine beings. So according to the ancient Egyptians, they are real. According to Madame Blavatsky and the cultists, they're not real, right? Then is it literal? Literal means what the ancient Egyptians actually wrote about the netters, right? Or those literal statements, or they metaphors. He is saying that they are not literal. I am saying that they are that the Neteru are literal. Understand what I'm saying?
Let me play it. Where you at, Joe? Joe, unmute yourself. Come back. Where you at, Joe? Don't run. Don't run.
I'm here. Go ahead.
Everybody listen close.
I mean,
Now,
I hear Reggie's argument. I got to talk to Reggie about it. Reggie might be able to word it to get him. Go ahead.
Hold on. I'm saying this is the point where we learn. Either I just was wrong, and I didn't say Africans got all types of beliefs, and tried to name as many as possible, right? Or Jabari scamming. See? Ain't no in between on this. Either I just was flat out wrong and didn't say the stuff that you thought I'm saying I said, Joe. I'm saying I said all that, Joe. And you came up here and said, don't do it. Beat up Jabari and say it. And I say, well, did you hear it? No. So let's play it. Maybe I'm tripping. I make mistakes all the damn time. Nobody listens to me. Here we go.
Oh, no, he got something right there.
The challenge is that we have been looking at our spiritual traditions for several hundred years now through European lenses. And the challenge is that no matter what I tell folks, there's a block. Well, when I start speaking, they start doing this. I haven't even made an argument, they're doing this. All I'm saying is that in these ancient African traditions, they were not arguing for a literal deity, someone that actually is a guy with a green face with a white crown on. That wasn't the argument there. But that doesn't mean, see, when I say that, it almost sounds to them like I'm saying that we're in a situation where I'm saying that the divine forces are false. That's the reason why they keep using the word real, even though for years now I have said, please stop using the word real. I am talking about energy in the universe. That's what your African ancestors were trying to describe.
Wow, they do that.
And I'm going to say to you, Ankh, whether you agree with them or not, I happen to agree with them. Whether you agree with them or not, I'm talking about what they were saying historically. I'm not talking about whether you follow them or worship them. I'm saying that they were talking about something that is not literal and physical. That is what I'm arguing.
So, Jabari, what chip did they have in their head, though? Hey, Jabari, but what chip? And this is the issue. You got Hebrews up here, Christians, right? And you sit here, right, and you try to act like that on the Nile, you don't even care about West Africa. On the Nile Valley, which ain't even our tradition, no way, shape, or form, right? Which is wild, right? On the Nile Valley, they had some kind of special chip in their head that stopped them from believing like any other religion. It's a bunch of malarkey at the end of the day. Human beings believe. They have variations of belief, and they believe in different ways, in different manners. They deify water. Some deify the unseen, the seen, and force. Kemet had a myriad of belief systems. You had temple system beliefs. You had on the outskirts. You had people who lived in the bush belief systems. It's all in the game, man. So I'm never saying that you had plenty of people that thought the deities was real. So real, they spent 25 years building for an afterlife based off of deity. Their whole tradition was Mayat. It was a deified tradition. They wore African masks, juju, voodoo masks. So it's time for us to just knock it off, yo. You can't act like that a belief ain't a belief when a belief is a belief. Hold on, let me finish. I'm simply saying I cannot sit on this panel with a whole bunch of believers and then move one to the side and like y'all not believing. It's wild, bro. That's all I'm saying. Right there, bro.
I don't know if you were here for the beginning of the conversation.
I heard that part.
But I want to wait a minute. So what I'm trying to say, I am not saying that the Kemetic people have a special chip in their head. In fact, if you had heard the entire conversation, you would have heard me say, even when you go to the African continent today and you see people praying to traditional deities, they don't actually argue that they are literally tangible individuals. That's what I'm saying. I'm not just talking about Kemet. And the fact that you say, like every other religion, I honestly believe, Ankh, that the reason why you're making that argument is because as African Americans, we are very familiar with Christianity, moderately familiar with Islam, moderately familiar with the Jewish tradition. But I want to be clear that those are all one tradition. The world did not exist like that before the 3rd or 4th century of the Common Era, when there were a group of powerful white men that wanted to make their story literal so that they could say, everyone else is talking all this stuff. Ours is different because ours is literal. That didn't happen before that.
No,
so I'm not saying, wait a minute. I'm not saying that the Kemetic tradition is unique and special and that Christianity is busted. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that literalism that has existed is something that we can trace exactly when it actually came into our thinking.
Jabari, you don't got to throw white people in this conversation. There weren't any white people around when our ancient ancestors in North, West and Central Africa created their traditions. My emphasis was on belief. Human beings evolved to believe. So what I'm saying to you is, without adding white people and faking everybody out with the throw off, I am telling you that it was plenty of people in our valley that took that stuff literal, so literal that they built pyramids. Nobody spends 25 years, right, on a belief system that they don't think to be real. It's a ridiculous thing, yo. They spent the royal treasury for 25 years, manpower. These people built this at a level you would not believe, bro. And they all, hold on, like you told me, and they did it all for my yacht. Did it for their pharaoh who was God on earth. They did it for their belief system, bro. So I'm saying is, we not in their head. You seem to think you are in their head. What I am telling you, yo, you don't know who believed or how they believed. Just understand this, yo. Our ancestors were very, quote unquote, susceptible to beliefs just like everybody else. That's all I'm saying, bro. That's all.
But you're arguing something that I'm not arguing. You're arguing with me about something I'm talking to you about baseball, and you talking about soccer. So I'm not questioning whether Africans had beliefs.
No.
Wait a minute. Wait, listen to me, brother. Wait a minute.
Why fake the conversation?
I'm not arguing about whether Africans are less susceptible to belief. That's not even part of the conversation. You're bringing that atheist stuff into this. I'm talking about this from a historical perspective. What were they thinking? And I'm saying if you read the text and you look at it, you will understand that spirituality occurred in a different manner before the 3rd and 4th century. And by the way, you can spend a lot of money on something and not believe it to be tangible. They spent a whole lot of money on a gigantic statue of a woman in a toga with a torch between New York and New Jersey. That was a very expensive endeavor. It's gigantic. No one believes that she is a literal person. I'm saying to you that we can, if you study Christianity and the development of Christianity, you will see when literalism came into Christianity. That is what I'm saying. And Christianity and its subsidiary religion, Islam, and by a bit of an extension, Judaism, have become the dominant traditions on the planet. And so that's the reason why we have these positions now. That is what I'm arguing.
I'm simply saying that this conscious community, New Age spirituality that's not indigenous African spirituality. Indigenous African spirituality encompassed everything. Some parts of it was literal, some parts of it wasn't. Different groups believed in different ways. And I'm saying you should know that. You should not throw the audience off by continuing to say that I'm playing basketball, you playing football. Though I'm speaking to the reality of that African people run the myriad of beliefs. Some people in the same religion thought things were literal, and some people thought they were. Most people in the Nile Valley were not literate, bro. So we can't do that. People, just like right now today, people actually think it's ghosts. People actually thought it was ghosts then. They had it called it something else. So I don't even know why you're doing this, Jabari. Your thing is no more special than everybody else's thing. You know what it is? It's a broken mirror. And everybody think they got their proof. Just because you put the word African on it don't make it more spiritual or less. Let me finish. Doesn't make it more or less. Now, if you want to be real technical, thinking you a daggone Nile Valley African spirituality is just as wild as thinking you're a Hebrew. Y'all, both groups are wild. Both groups are actually African Americans come from West and Central Africa. Both thinking they from Northeast Africa somewhere. To me, as an atheist, I think that to be wild. And then to argue over, I think it's literal, it's not. It's the most wildest thing I've heard of in years. And guess how long y'all been doing it? Y'all been doing it for the last 20 years I was here, fighting each other and all in the same. Take y'all butt back to West and Central Africa. You already got the name, Jabari. I'm not picking sides in this. It's not that I'm an atheist that I can see it. I can see it because I live in the realm of reality, bro. I'm an Andy right. No Christian. How many times I say all that?
You played all that the same one.
No, you played a bunch.
You know.
Yeah, but he told you the analogy way 10 minutes before you got there.
Yeah. Oh, no.
So
hold on.
Beliefs and
you didn't tackle the issue. Oh, you didn't tackle the issue.
Okay. No. I'm saying, so you basically saying I didn't say that it's times they thought it was literal. Some people thought it was not. Some people thought it was. You didn't hear all that?
Yeah, but you did the way you did it, you mixed all kind of stuff in it. It's not clear, man.
Hold
on,
wait. Let me get this straight. It's not clear when a person say, "Hey, Joe," it's times you believe that the God is literal. Depending on the God, you may think it's not literal. Sometimes you think it's real. Sometimes you think it's metaphorical. That's not clear, bro.
You said that
you run the range of all beliefs of all humans. That's not clear. I said it. I said they run the range of beliefs and as all humans do. How is that not clear? Now I'm trying to be on you and social side with this. If y'all think it's not clear, I'm starting to think y'all may be scamming this conversation at this point. Y'all think I didn't say them niggas believe all types of
Yeah, because you started. Your premise was about beliefs. You even said it. That's what I'm saying.
No, that was one of it. No, belief was one of it.
Bro, that's why he said clearly we're not. That's why he kept saying we're not talking about that. We're not talking about whether they believe, because you went down the path of believe and the belief range. So he's like, yeah, they got lost within all that shit. Then you mentioned the other stuff in passing. So yeah, you probably
that was in passing.
Yeah, you made him.
It wasn't in passing. I said they believed all kind of ways. That wasn't in passing. Yeah. That was in the middle.
You said that in the middle of a rant, but he said like, and he's arguing for literalism.
And that's not going to be the conversation Reggie talking about having. Reggie talking about focusing simply on
real and literal.
The people of Egypt, not religion in general.
I am the call leader. Y'all gotta listen. You have to listen.
I'm gonna play that video.
I didn't say. Hold on, man. Y'all scamming, y'all.
Swear to God.
Let me ask y'all something.
Let me ask y'all something. To qualify what y'all just said, I want to put it in the box for the listening audience. Sosa literally said out of his mouth that I was in the middle of a rant. Joe said in the middle of that rant, you was not clear. Although you did say they believed in everything all kind of ways, that's not clear. The fact that you was able to say that proves that I was clear, both of y'all. Anyway, whatever, man. So I'm gonna start. I'm gonna
ask y'all something.
Don't ask me nothing.
Is Reggie still on here?
I don't. Hey, Reggie, I don't trust these two. Don't trust these two, Reggie. They don't.
No, I got a question.
Jabari sent them. Jabari sent y'all too. I can't believe y'all paid y'all off like that, yo. How the hell
Hey, look, Jabari up there messing the Christian thing all the way up. He destroyed that because they always been on the literal. They always been on the literal, real, any other thing you
I
want
gotta
to
get
call
out of here, Chief. I gotta do better. I gotta do better.
Well, that's his point. Well, that's his
I
point.
take that.
That's
Let
his
me ask
point.
Reggie. Let me ask Reggie something.
Reggie
So,
disappeared.
and you too, So
Don't ask.
y'all don't think that Jabari can
Mm-hmm.
grab some of this Neteru stuff
Mm-hmm.
and can show where the Egyptians were relating it to a natural phenomenon.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, of course.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. That's where he's
And
gonna hide at.
that's what I said though.
He's gonna, but I'm trying to help Reggie out. He's gonna use that in a debate, and he can walk you through so many examples that it's gonna make Reggie look like he don't know what he's talking about. And you keep yelling, "It's real, it's real, it's real, it's real." He's gonna be like, "Man, look here, man."
No. So then Reggie gonna be able to show examples when they thought it was literal and had a place where they thought the gods actually lived. You know what that's almost saying? That's almost saying that people in Europe didn't believe in dragons, yo. Hey, yo, I want to let you know they literally thought it was fucking dragons to the point that they drew the dragons. Did a human ever really see the damn dragons that they drew? Y'all playing
Well,
with
you
me
know
right
why
now.
they
I
think
don't
that,
even
though,
like
right?
y'all atheism at this part.
Nah,
I
but
don't
you know
like
why
y'all
that came in,
understand what
right?
I'm saying. I'm saying that they actually believed in dragons to the point where they drew the pictures of the dragons. I'm saying that the Egyptians actually believed the Tahuti Mayat, that they actually drew depictions of it and they thought it was real, even though me and you know they never seen none of that before. So now what?
Yeah, but they believe that some of that stuff came from the fact that they came across fossils.
Who?
And that the Europeans and stuff. That's some of the part of what they understand.
We ain't talking about the Europeans. We talking about the Egyptians themselves.
I'm supposed to get over that.
You said niggas. You said the European believed in dragons.
Yeah. No, before they found, no, man, they did believe in dragons. Yo, you messed with me, man. Let me get out of here.
No, I'm saying like some of the thinking goes. No, the thinking goes into the dragon concept is because they believe that they came across fossils.
No, that's not why they. Oh, you saying
that before?
you mean early Europeans? You mean early Europeans? When they thought of dragons
before the dragon thing came
Oh,
about.
okay. All right, I don't know. All right. Well, you might got a point.
They came across fossils in 500 BC.
Why would the fossils been there way before then, Joe? What you talking about?
I know the fossils was there, but they wasn't they wasn't digging, excavating them jokers.
No, but they were in caves and all type of wild shit, bro. They could easily bump this back up.
All right. So y'all basically saying I was on a rant and ain't make no sense. All right. Hell with y'all. How about that?
You did too much. You did too much right there. You got to be more succinct.
Hell with y'all.
Is that the right word?
We got a couple people on this panel. Where the other guy? Where you at? He got off. The hell with you. Hell with Sosa. Hell with Joe. Y'all all scamming. How about that? Now. Shit. At least in my damn mind, I thought I said they believe in everything. All right.
What's good with it, huh?
Go ahead and get off here.
Hey, I want to say this for the Egyptians did think that their deities literally controlled the universe, but when it came to like myths, stories, and like how they formulate them, with the animal heads and all that, that part was symbolic. That part was symbolic. You know what I'm saying?
I said all of it.
There you go.
I know, but Joe, but I said all of it though, Joe. You don't get that? I said they believe like all humans believe, yo. What does that mean? That sometimes you believe
in the middle of a rant, don't nobody know what you're saying?
Okay, I can get better at that then. But at least you heard me say it.
I'm just messing with you.
You have different cultures. Even Egyptians, they're combined deities together into one deity.
I'm gonna be a better communicator. Pick and say I gotta be a better communicator. Right? Sosa say I was in the middle of a rant. Whatever the hell that means. I'm not sure. Joe
Here's the thing, you're a good communicator, and what you normally do is you try to use a plethora of examples. When you're dealing with somebody like Jabari, you might want to stay zeroed in on something, because he gonna use that plethora of examples to wiggle around. You're giving them space to move. You gotta cut the ring off, bro. You got copyright on.
Took us down a believing brain path, and why humans believe. I mean,
You don't know why? You don't know why I said that though?
Yeah, that's good
I
though.
know
That was
why,
good.
but he's like he knows, but he's not arguing beliefs. He probably fell asleep and woke back up like, "What's this guy?"
He woke up and said, "Huh? What you talking about again?"
I play football. What's the
He said he understand what the hell I was
saying. Yeah, lay down.
I ain't with so on that one. I ain't with him on that.
Basically, he ain't know what the hell I was saying. I can agree to that, maybe.
Man took a nap. Man took a nap.
I gave the nigga more credit than he deserved.
Right? Yeah, right. That's what you did. You gave him that wiggle room.
Hold on, you're right. Oh. He didn't understand shit I said. Cause you know what he said? Unc, you doing that atheist shit.
You doing the atheist
yeah,
shit.
Yeah.
You went to sleep. You went to sleep, man.
I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. The Professor Jabari that has a 4-year degree didn't know that we had a believing brain, and I was too complicated in the middle of my rant to the point where he thought I was playing football and he was talking about baseball. There you have it.
Right,
all right. I gotta get back.
There you go.
Oh, hell no, I gotta get out of here, man. Y'all tripping. Y'all got me. Yo,
all right, man. Peace.
Man. All right, man. Peace, man.
God killer, we make those ring bass from the cannons. Excuse me. NW Cole, clear vision. Hilltop roofs, no gimmicks. Mondami, shift the tempo, race this turn. Info heavy, show sources. Don't chit chat, no proof, fall back. Quick. Rogers Ave, where I'm at. Another Pequee, stay intact. Park Heights, facts ready, Liberty Heights. No ferry, you're playing weak, fall fast. Gear review, hold that. Methods first, no myth. You replicate, then it's legit. God killer, we make bells ring. Bass in the cannons, haze ring. You promote pseudo, dust cap. Slick or swim, better adapt. Roger that, talk slick love. Another peak way, move quick love. Show sources, don't chit chat. No proof, fall back. Quick. NW Cole, clear vision. Hilltop roofs, no gimmicks. Correlation ain't cause headlines, love applause. Rogers Ave, no fake flex. Novin Peak, we no late. Dion Riley, facts, steps, say less. Learn up, then rap. Mondam and shift the tempo. Rest this down and fall heady. Park Heights, facts ready. Liberty Heights, no ferry. God killer, we make bells ring. Bass from the cannons, ears ring. He promote pseudo, that's cap. Sink or swim, better adapt. Rogers Ave, talk slick. Nah, Northern Peak, we move quick. Love, Rogers Ave, no fake flex. Northern Peak, we no late text. Show source, don't chit chat. No proof, phone back, quick. DOI late facts down. Say less, learn up, then rack. Shirley Avenue.
Man. Man, that's all I can say. Man, appreciate y'all tuning in, man. I'm going to see y'all in about 2 hours, yo. We're going to hit that button again. We jamming hard, man. Appreciate y'all for tuning in to the community of skeptics, man. Make sure y'all like and subscribe. We want to reach 5,000 subscribers. We're at about 4,300 somewhere in that thing, man. Make sure y'all like and subscribe, man. And yeah, man, I appreciate everybody, man. We have fun, man. We're not scared to be wrong. We're not scared to say we didn't communicate the idea as good as we could. We do fair and impartial critique over here, man, because it's fun, yo. We ain't perfect. We having fun. We ain't trying to beat nobody up. We ain't trying to do none of that. Let's not characterize what we do as any violence. Gunfighting don't mean a real gun. We talking about we fight with the books and the knowledge. That's it. I ain't trying to bully nobody. I don't think I am. Maybe I am. I don't know. Well, protect your daggone self then. And with that, I'm out.